Bandages, medicine, costing you 1 copper each. You can get 3 bandages and 1 medicine.
Yeah, can I do that, please?
Okay, we've got 258 left. Anything else?
Okay, can I get a crossbow and 2 sets of arrows?
Mm-hmm. Would you like a slung crossbow? It just includes a weapon sling for it, so you can wear it. You won't have to carry
Yes,
it.
please. This is a lot better.
Okay. The price is 6 coppers then.
Okay.
Alright, what would be next?
Can I get a random spell and you to pick one? So, two different ones.
You want scrolls or do you want spells for your book?
No, spells for my book, please.
Okay. Do you want just one? It would cost 5. Or do you want 2? It would cost 10.
You said that you can pick one, right?
I could,
Last
yeah.
time?
So if I pick it, depending on how much you pay, you'll get a certain amount. So, do you want 2
Okay, I'll
or
do.
1?
Yeah, we'll do two.
2? Okay. Costing you 10 coppers. You're gonna have the spells Read Magic and Detect Magic in your book now. Basically, with Read Magic, you can basically read any magic runes you find, and that might allow you to immediately start using that magic item. Detect Magic will allow you to detect, of course, more magic items, hidden monsters, hidden treasures that have magic items in them, uh, monsters that are enchanted, stuff like that. Yeah, very important. Um, Usually, the best way of that one is to have scrolls, by the way, and you will be able to start crafting magic items too whenever you're feeling risky or brave enough to. There's somewhat of a risk to it, but it's a lot cheaper to craft them than to buy it, right? So like it's usually 50% cheaper to make your own magic items. All right. Um, okay. Anything else you
Okay,
want?
and then the last thing, 15 torches and 5 rations, and then can I put the rest in the bank?
Right. I will have to warn you before you buy these 15 torches that one of the main things that's really important in the game is speed, right? Initiative and speed,
Oh, right.
and the more you carry,
Right.
the
Okay.
slower you are.
Right. Okay, I'll do. We'll do 5 then. We'll keep it even and then I'll do more rations.
Okay. Naturally, yeah. It's good to have a stockpile, but you should only buy what you need. Let's see, torches and what else did you say?
And rations.
Rations. How many would you like? Just 3? Or 6 or 9?
We'll do 3. Because I don't think we're gonna go too many nights. We'll probably only do like one day. Hopefully.
Yeah, most adventures don't last too long yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Alright.
then can I put the rest in the bank?
Yeah. Yeah, of course. 238 going into the bank. Um, just real quick though, before you put the money in the bank fully, I'm gonna I'm gonna suggest you purchase yourself better armor. You don't have much armor unless you don't plan to get into melee. But armor is a huge, factor. You know, with good armor, you don't have to worry about hit points as much anymore, right? Hit points are like a last resort from death, but armor is what actually protects you, keeps you alive a lot longer. Never getting
Okay,
hit, right?
I'll grab the best of the best. We'll do that.
Okay. We can upgrade your helmet. Now you're an elf, so you can't carry as much armor, so you can't really wear the heaviest armor, so you'll be too slow. But
Right.
definitely can get you a good helmet, costing you 5, bring you to 233, and then we can get you, if you want the best armor for the weight and the value, right? Like maybe the lightest armors that are the cheapest and still very beneficial. Because right now, looks like you're probably gonna be encumbered for sure, but not over encumbered. So I'm just gonna double check your encumbrance real quick. This is 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 36, 41, 46, 40 or 50, 53, 50, 54. This food is expired. 64. You're at 64 pounds, which is still within. So for an elf, it's usually a little lower. 120 is your maximum encumbrance, right? And then it goes 60 and 90. So basically, let's see, it goes 60, 90, 40, 120. Let's see. This 20, 40, 80, 160. Elves are slightly lower, so it'd be 120 is max, 60, 30, yeah. So basically, you're heavily encumbered right now as an elf.
I am?
Yes,
Oh,
you're.
damn.
As soon as
Okay,
you're
get
over
rid of
60
the
pounds, you're heavily encumbered. But if you're at 60 pounds, you're only medium encumbrance, like half encumbered. So right now you're moving 25% your full speed. If you get rid of 4 pounds,
Can I
you'll
remove
get,
things?
yeah,
Can I get rid of the... Did I say pickaxe? Can I get rid of that?
yeah, sure. It's 5 pounds.
It's...
So,
Oh, it is?
yep,
So I should be just under. Okay, perfect.
exactly. Do you want to give this to someone in your crew? Maybe the new guy? You can take it.
Shape and
Her rusty pickaxe.
Yes, sir.
Look,
Thank you
it
so
might-
much, Alana.
It might come in handy, you know, if we need to break something small.
What a beautiful welcome gift.
Yes, the cake. Alright, besides that,
Mm,
it should be good.
wait,
Oh yeah,
wait,
no,
what
you
was
need
it?
armor. You need armor, so.
Oh,
Okay,
I think I'll be fine with the helmet.
just to have your
I
helmet.
think I'll just leave
Yeah.
the helmet. Yeah. Can I donate 20 copper pieces to Shane? Just in depth. Darling.
And you have really good decks actually, so you're very good at parrying things. You want to offer 20 coppers to the new guy, right?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Remember that, Gold, because last time you tried to leave me because you thought I was a bad influence. Remember that.
I'm sorry, who are you again?
What?
Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
Were you the last?
Yeah, demon statue. Yeah.
Oh God.
The one
Oh,
that
no,
stayed.
Oh no, with the crazy one.
I wasn't crazy. Listen, I didn't wanna destroy it, I just wanted to take it back and make some money. That's all I
And
wanted.
how would you do that? It was not our handwagon.
I was carry it with my floating disc, remember? And then hire someone to take it back the rest of the way. See,
Sure.
I wasn't gonna kill anyone. I'm not like them.
Yeah, sure. Use your honeyed words to get under everybody's skin. That's how they always do it.
Alright, Gold, it's your
Jade,
turn.
I'm telling you right now, never trust the long-eared.
Never trust the elves? Wow. We're great.
Never. I said long-eared, not elves. You don't deserve that name.
Wow, we're throwing insults.
This is
Wow.
great. I'm liking this.
Okay, my turn. Yes.
You've got a lot of money. What would you like to purchase?
I got a lot of fucking money. Yeah. First of all, I think you know what I need to get done. It's the fighters and needs heavy armor.
Right. Heavy helmet. Do you want a heavy shield?
Yeah, why not?
Slow heavy shield. Total price is 11 coppers.
Sword.
Master Sword, Scabbard, 11 coppers.
Yeah. Short bow and arrows.
Okay, that's gonna cost total 15. So you're at
I'll
230.
buy a knapsack.
Okay.
Both for me and the new guy.
Right.
I'm gonna do a bit of the same. I need bandages.
All right.
Rations.
Just 3, or do you want more?
3 is fine.
Okay.
We already have torches, so that should be good. You have a timber box for that? Does he have a He doesn't have a tinder box for that.
Oh yeah, let's buy one real quick for her. You want to?
Yeah, just buy one for her.
Wait, I need a tinderbox? I forgot about that?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, guys. Shade, get a tinderbox too.
Okay.
All right. You got you one. All right. What else?
Shade, where is it? I don't remember.
And that should be all from my side. Wait, heavy armor. We're still missing something, aren't we?
Yeah. You want some
Shade,
heavy armor?
in the list of items.
We have a helmet, we have
Yeah.
a shield. I need some sort of... What was this
Body
plate
armor.
armor, yeah?
Yeah. You want the heavy plate?
How heavy is the heavy plate?
Well, heavy plate is half the weight on you, so it weighs as much as a normal plate, which I think is like 30 pounds.
So I should still be able to move at normal speed? Or something?
Depends on if you brought a lot of equipment and supplies, right? If you
I
didn't,
think
it should
the
be
heavy
fine.
plate is the last thing I'm gonna buy.
Do you want it? Heavy plate armor?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, why not?
Do you want a heavy gambeson too, or just the heavy plate? You can wear them together.
Not heavy gambeson,
Just the heavy plate.
then just normal gambeson.
Normal
Yeah.
gambeson? Okay. Alright, price total comes to 105 for that. Alright, you're at
Alright,
117 coppers left.
I'll throw the 100 under the bank.
Keep 100, or keep 17 on you, right?
Yeah, keep 17 on. I would like to know it should probably be placed under Odysseus,
Arrow of
or
Odysseus.
do you want to keep the bank account separate?
No, if you're dead, you don't have a bank account. Oh wait, Odysseus is alive. Yeah, he's a separate bank account.
Odysseus is alive, he's
Yeah.
just sick.
All characters have a separate bank account.
Okay.
It's under his record, so. Okay. Alright.
That should be all.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I forgot to add your scabbard. You already paid for it. Scabbard. Okay.
Oh yeah, I just noticed now. The sling and the stone, either get rid of them or give them to the new guy.
Okay. I guess save 1 copper actually. Using that sling.
Oh my god. 1 copper, that's insane!
That would go toward your shield or whatever. So. Okay. With that, your armor class has improved a lot. Let's see. 2, 3, 9. Plus 2 here is 11. So it went from -2 now And if you have the shield equipped, that would be -4. Nearly untouchable,
Jesus
right?
Christ.
One of the best armors, right? The enemy will have to have very heavy armor piercing.
It would probably be
Or
that's
tech
a
skill.
very good investment.
Yeah. One of the heaviest armor kits you got, right? So. Alright then. That's it. We're gonna get the shade ready. Thanks for your patience, man.
Alright.
So, you're new. We're gonna get you a preset. They have, they're very easy to make. They basically have a set of, equipment already ready for them.
Right.
Standardized is very good. It's everything you need. All you need to pick is actually just a class. There's 7 choices. There are 7. There's cleric, dwarf, elf, fighter, halfling, magic user, and thief.
Okay. Um. Could you read them out one more time?
Yep. So your options are cleric, dwarf, elf, fighter, halfling, magic user, or thief. My rule set's still loading.
I'll take thief.
Thief? Alright, so as a thief adventurer, you're gonna have a lot of skills that help you with thieving, particularly climbing surfaces, picking locks, finding or removing traps, hearing noises, sneaking around, right, moving silently, pickpocketing, and in combat backstabbing. Alright, really the only last thing you need before we roll up your stats is a name. What would you like to name your thief?
I'll take Stu Pinky.
You do have to pick a normal name, a medieval name.
Does that not fit?
Stupinky?
Yeah, Pinky.
Oh, I thought you said Stupinky.
Oh no, just Pinky.
Okay, that's fine.
We've got navy and pinky now.
Dinky and Dinky. Looks like it's fucking Twinkie.
Alright,
Why not?
everything else here is randomly generated, starting with your hit points. It's 1 to 4. The average thief only has 2, the average man has 2. Your thief has 4. Max.
Nice.
Awesome.
Now we're going to test your ability scores. First is your strength. Your thief is pretty strong, almost stronger than most men. His intelligence is average. He's as smart as most men. His wisdom is above average. He can hear, see, and understand better than most men. Dexterity is average. He's as fast as most men. Constitution's 4. He's a lot more unhealthy, maybe shorter or weaker, health-wise.
Fat.
Maybe fat, maybe overweight. Alright, Constitution or Charisma is 10, so he's as charismatic or as good-looking, good at talking as most men. Alright,
Okay.
your only flaw is Constitution, which is actually a -2 penalty here, so your max hit points go down by 2, unfortunately. But everything else is good. You got everything else you need.
Wait, I have a
to be good
question.
thief.
So if I rolled a 2 on my HP and I haven't like -2 penalty, do I just have 0 health or
No.
what happens then?
The minimum is 1 hit point
Oh, okay.
per hit dice. Alright, so like let's say you're a level 2 thief, you roll 2d4s, but you still get 2 hit points. You wouldn't get 1, you would still get 1 for each hit die that you rolled. Alright,
Okay.
no matter what, yeah, it's 1 is the minimum per hit die. Despite the adjustments. Alright. That's it. Here's your equipment list. That's all you've got. Helmet, dagger on your belt, and a sheath, 10-foot pole for detecting traps, a knapsack, lock picks, rope, some clothing, and additionally, you're receiving a rusty pick. Knapsack, a second one, I suppose. and 20 copper pieces, which you can spend immediately on any equipment you think you'll
Right.
need. Is there anything in particular you need, or would you like some recommendations, or do you want to save your money or something else?
I would like some recommendations. Yeah.
Okay. First thing I'm going to recommend to you is What Thieves. Well, first I'm going to recommend you different categories. All of them are very important, but there's armor, weapons, equipment, supplies, transportation. Those are the top ones I'm going to recommend to you.
Mhm.
And of course, siege equipment. Very important for thieves as well, like traps and such.
Mhm.
Any of those categories interest you?
Supplies do.
Okay. Right. When it comes to supplies for a thief, you're gonna probably want some climbing gear, maybe like some iron spikes, hammer. That way you can secure ropes. Um, Other supplies might be medical supplies or sustenance, but actually adventuring supplies, you might want those kind of things. You might want some torches, oil, lanterns, or tinderboxes, of course, if you do get that kind of stuff. Um, Fasteners are good, chalk, string. But the main ones I'm going to recommend you early on is, first of all, a light source of some kind. So do you want torches?
Right. So
Or
yeah, I was thinking torches. Yeah.
okay, sounds good. Torch and tinderbox. Okay. I also recommend a small hammer and some iron spikes.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. A hammer.
Alright. So far you've only spent, let's see, 2, 4, 5. Yeah, just 5 copper so far you only spent. So you're at 15. Next I'm going to recommend you, it's not part of supplies, but it is a pretty good tool. These are some tools that they often will require to do their job, aside from lockpicks. You might be interested in a bullseye's lantern. More importantly, you might be interested in a grappling hook for your rope, or a crowbar for doors or chests. Maybe a pickaxe. You already have one actually, never mind.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do any of those sound good, or you want some more recommendations?
How much does a crowbar cost?
5 coppers.
Sure, I'll take one of those.
Okay. That could be tucked into your belt. Alright. Next, you might want a grappling hook. Let's see. Or hook. Yeah, costs 5 coppers as well. You want one? Or do you want to pass on that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Alright. You're at 5 coppers left then. Your last 5 coppers, I could recommend you a better weapon, like a short bow, quiver, and arrows, or a crossbow. Those are the ones you can afford.
What were
right now.
those siege tools about?
Oh, yeah. You might not have enough anymore, but siege tools that you can't afford at the moment would be like caltrops, for example, to deny enemy movement. You might get holy water for undead, right? Especially if you don't have a cleric around. Flash powder if you want to flash the enemy, right? Not with your body, but with a bright light and sound. Smoke bomb if you want to cover your retreat or advance. Those are all 4 coppers.
Okay.
Any of those sound good to you?
I think caltrops would be useful.
Okay, sure. Caltrops said. Alright, let me grab some for you. Should be in equipment. Oh wait, it's not in there. Huh. Armor class.
Armor class, I think.
Armor class.
Uh,
Except here it's a bit different. So the lower your armor class is, the higher they need to roll to hit it. And in which case it means my AC is basically like a 22, 24.
Oh, yeah, I
was
found it.
thinking that 'cause my
2 silver pieces for. Actually, Caltros might be too expensive at the moment. It depends on how many you want.
Okay.
100 of them cost 2. So if you want 50 of them, it would cost 5. You have exactly 5. I don't know if you want just 50 Caltrops. Or not 50, 25. 25 would cost 5. So that would cover a
I'll
very
actually
small
pass on that.
Okay. Another thing you might want is if you want, there's a small hunting trap. It's good for like hunting rabbits or small animals or monsters. Only costs 5 copper if you want a small trap. Is there anything else you want?
Yeah, let's do a small trap, sure.
Okay, sure. Now, by the way, you'll have to know how to use these, otherwise they're kind of useless. Just gotta know how to place them and how to conceal them, pretty much.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you're gonna set it down, no one's gonna walk over it or walk onto it. It's just gonna go around it. Okay. At least monsters. Small trap. Alright, that's all your money. Okay. Alright, we're ready to start here. So, if you're not familiar with how to play, just real quick, D&D is actually very simple. We play OD&D. The goal is that you've recently joined up with a crew or party of adventurers that will go out to hunt monsters and treasures for gold and glory in the medieval world of Dungeons and Dragons. That is what typically is done. However, whatever you guys choose to do is up to you in the end. If you want to win the game, though, you have to make some kind of profit, and the best way to do that is by doing the job that was assigned to you, which is adventurer in your various classes. Now, of course, to play the game actually, though, is a very easy sequence of play, 3 steps only. The Dungeon Master will begin by describing to you the situation you all are in, or the situation your characters are in. And then each player will have a chance to choose their character's action, and then we'll roll dice and determine the results of your actions. Those results will become the next situation, which is once again described to you by the Dungeon Master, and the sequence continues into how the game is done, right? Or that is how the game is played.
Okay.
So that's it. Also, usually at the beginning, I will not just describe the situation, but past situations, known as the background, so you have an idea of what you might want to do moving forward, besides just being in a certain situation. Well, for the background is, you've all recently, of course, banded together to form the party, recently a small crew of 3, in the small town of Down, a coastal settlement that has many opportunities for adventures nearby, right? And some of you are new, some of you aren't, right? For those who are more experienced, you might have some ideas of how you will continue campaigning for Gold and Glory. But those who are new, you've recently joined the crew of adventurers, and you've heard about recent adventures that have occurred in the nearby area, as understood that adventurers have been setting out from Down, using this as a sort of base town, for adventures to the various caverns and ruins nearby. We have a cavern to the north, giant rats were found there, and adventurers have been very successful there, hunting giant rats and such. We have this cavern system in the forest to the east, filled with many demi-humans, orcs and goblins and such. It's proved to be a little more difficult, a few casualties there, but it's been very, very profitable, a lot more than, or so far a lot more profitable than the caverns to the north. And a very dangerous place that has been very, very profitable, but very, very dangerous, and even resulted in a few lost parties completely. Temple Ruin to the southeast, right, in the swamps, right. The rest of the lands is pretty much uncharted. We have Dog here to the northeast, the village, if you want to find work there. East Island are settlement, a mountain mining village, right? But down's the coastal trade town that you'll start from. The situation is, of course, it's early morning. Last night, gathered, made plans for the adventure. It's 8 o'clock, and you guys are standing, perhaps in the streets of Down, ready to set out, right? All your gear is intact. Who would like to start us off? Do you guys have any ideas of what you want to do for this adventure? If you want, you can also.
I'm gonna sit back this
yeah.
time.
Okay, that's fine.
What do you guys want to
One, I think north would be our wisest option.
do?
Yeah, but I'm a bit worried about the bandits on the road. It has clearly not gotten better.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
But then again, do you think they have a shot at killing us?
Of course not.
I don't think so. I think we should go with it. I think we should do a safe, partially safe, and easy trip. Get some money, come back. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Go. Or keys.
Right, so after some planning and discussion over what you should do, you think you guys, of course, will resume the usual, adventure type, or hunting for treasure and monsters and such. But where do you want to go? The cavern to the east, the cavern to the north, or something else?
We're gonna go north.
This one?
No.
Yeah.
Oops. All right. So
Jesus Christ, the entire river moved.
flipping that river moved. The journey to this cavern to the north here is not too long. The usual course the adventurers will take. This has been actually frequently visited, hence why it might be a little more easy to explore early on, at least, because a lot of the areas have already been looted or explored in the past. This one not so much. Many were fearful of the orcs and goblins, and most chose to stay away. Originally, of course, this forest had belonged to the elves, but was lost to these chaotic demi-humans who now control this part of the woods. These hills belong to two mostly kind of wild animals and beasts, particularly wicked race of dogmen or kobolds, also dwelling in those hills and grassy plains, burrows under the earth. It's been a pretty easy ride for most crews. Maybe giant rats might be found there again, as recent reports have stated. Usual course, of course, is to take the road here, and there is a cleared out trail that leads directly to the cavern, at least the southern entry, which is the most commonly used one. Naturally, there might be more cavern entry points around the main entry points, but the usual course is to take the trail to the entrance and explore past or through the known territories and until you can find some uncharted areas. Alright, but yeah, most of the entry points have been roughly explored by various crews of adventurers brave enough to do so, right? Naturally, it's been a battle back and forth. Sometimes those territories or known areas are, of course, lost and have to be retaken, right? They're lost to the monsters who reclaim them. Alright, so from down, you guys want to take a different course, or do you want to take the usual?
Just take the usual.
You think? I was thinking going up the river. Less interactions with bandits, unless we want to loot.
You want to get a boat?
That's true. Rivers
no,
of bandits have
along.
been going around.
You know what? No, we're gonna loot them. I want to kill some bandits.
I agree,
them.
taking the usual road.
Yeah, we can dim out their forces too. They won't be as strong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
we'll go that way.
viewers, bandits do raid across this road, especially smaller crews, such as yourself, are often targets of these bandit attacks. Alright, the road it is. Are you all on board?
Yeah.
Yes.
Achilles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I agree, we need to go along the road. So,
Alright. the road it is. The travel distance is roughly from here to here. It looks like about 2 miles. About 2 miles or 1.5. So about 2 miles here. Yep. So in that case, your party's rate of movement is at the slowest rate. It's the rate of the slowest crew member, and that might be. Let me double check with Achilles. No, she's medium footman, so she moves at 2 miles an hour. Achilles, let's double check yours. We got, and this is half the weight, so 10, 15, 45, and then 40. Yeah. 55, 56, 57, 62, 65, 66, 67, 70, 73, 78, 78 pounds. You're just 2 pounds under becoming heavy footman. For the most part. Yeah, you made it. Alright.
Granted, I get halved on everything that's heavy and like armor.
I think it's the supplies that also does it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got very heavy armor on though, right? But even
True, I
most
mean
people,
heavy plate.
yeah, most people would. This would count as way more weight, right? It would count as double. So if anyone else was wearing your gear, they would be not at 78. They would probably be at like 100 or something, right?
They wouldn't be moving at all.
Yeah. Especially the elf. She can only carry a max of 120 pounds. You can carry a max of
Yeah,
160.
it's always the long years.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, the idea is the max encumbrance rate is your body weight when you march. So elves weigh roughly 120, and humans weigh 160 on average for adventurers. Technically, the females have to weigh a little less, 10% less usually, something like that. But it's fine. It's a rough estimate. Okay. All right. So from down to the cavern. Moving at the rate of 2 miles an hour, that means it should take us roughly 2 hours to get there. If all goes well. The terrain is grassland, so it shouldn't slow us at all. We've got a road, it increases our speed by 50% actually. So instead of 2 miles, we're moving at 3 miles an hour. Since there's a road, we're not moving just across grass. So in that case, you should get there about an hour and a half, right, instead of 2 hours. So estimated time, approximately should arrive at 9:30 if all goes well, right. Let's begin our travels. As you're traveling, there's a chance for encounters, particularly with, of course, signs of banditry on the road. First, we're going to check for normal encounters that might have occurred during your travels. Alright, there was a normal encounter. And we're going to check for bandit encounters along the road, if there were any. There's a 1 in 6 for every hour. Alright. Safe travels for the most part, but there was a somewhat normal encounter perhaps, or a random encounter. Not normal exactly. Just a random encounter. It was unfortunately monsters. No treasure in sight, no camp in sight. It was a patrol. Alright, so we got a patrol coming on us. Let's see what we got. That's very unlucky. Most of the time we can avoid wilderness encounters. Right, sometimes we can't. Let's check for a surprise. As we travel, we were, of course, careful for the most part as we could. As careful as we could be. But even then, sometimes monsters can get the drop on us depending on what they are. Whether it be through cover or concealment. Sometimes we just are not lucky enough, right? So, unfortunately, whatever this was at a surprise distance, which means that whatever it is not very, it's a close distance, right? So we're not a safe distance, we don't have time to discuss, right? Whatever it is could take action against us before we might even be able to react, due to the fact that we have been surprised, okay? The enemy is also surprised, actually. So basically what happens is, because both sides are surprised, basically that means that we are moving past them and they maybe move past us or something. Either way though, neither side is exactly ready for each other. No side was exactly,
Who the fuck?
Yeah. So, but it's definitely close by. So no side, X before the other. You guys see each other at the same time, pretty much. It's, the only difference is that it's a close distance, right, versus safe distance. So, danger close, right? That means the distance is gonna be 1d4 times 10 yards. At 60 feet, you spot the position of another group of living creatures out here with you. This book here is just to, of course, verify what you got. I have the physical copy, actually, so I'm just gonna roll it, but I can verify once it's done loading. It's still loading here. So to actually determine,
To reset.
you think so? Refresh it.
Yeah, like refresh the whole thing.
It's strange. Okay. Usually it doesn't take this long to load, but instead, what I'll do is I'll open the generator. It's about the same thing. This is a generator. It has the same charts. Alright. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. We're gonna go with basic. And we're gonna do grasslands, because we're in the grasslands. Hope for the best. Alright, oh my god, this one of the
What is
worst.
that?
Okay.
A warp beast.
Oh well, fuck. We need to get out of here now.
What is-
Its reaction
what is
to your crew
that?
is uncertain, confused. So it's early in the morning, around 8:45 a.m. You're at the intersection, moving along the grasses and such, when suddenly, up ahead in the tall grasses, direction is to the northwest, the way you're going, actually, unfortunately. So the way you're going, you see something moving through the grasses, right? It is just kind of staring at you from a distance. Let me check the number appearing. 1, 2, 4. 2. You see two beasts, and they observe you from the tall grass. Looks like these massive black cats. Massive black cats. Monstrous cats moving through the tall grass, right? They're huge, but they cower and kind of camouflage them on the tall grass. You just barely see them moving through the grass. But imagine like maybe a cat the size of or the length of almost like an elephant, right? Way longer than a lion, right? It's
No
moves through the
fucking
grass.
way.
It's only at 60
Well,
feet, approaching your
this is
position.
great.
Uncertain.
We can
This is
run.
three.
They're not
I
attacking
have-
us, and they're confused. We can probably move it.
Its reaction
Oh
uncertain.
fuck!
Right.
I know this beast. It was in the fucking movie.
Oh, can
You
we
guys want to
run?
retreat? You can retreat back to down.
No, can we like run towards, or do we have to retreat?
Towards
How
them.
far?
No, like
How
more
far
than
away was they? You said 20 feet.
They're at 30 feet now. They're getting closer.
Rah!
Yeah, let's run.
Full out
Let's just
run
book it.
to down.
Yeah.
Okay. With
Down
you
or up,
running,
guys.
Down, down.
You
Right.
want me to run in this heavy
These
shit
monsters
now?
are
I'm fighting.
neutral.
Fuck off.
Let's see. And they're not exactly evil monsters, typically, so there's a good chance I might leave you alone. You're running away, which is gonna be a +1 bonus in your favor. Alright, let's see if this helps.
Oh god.
Oh jeez.
We're gonna die.
They
You're
get
gonna die.
hostile, yeah. They screech at you from a distance. They don't immediately attack, they warn you to get your distance, right? They growl at you from the tall grass. As you fall back down the road, you guys book it, right? You start jogging as quickly as you can, trying to keep up, but you're not dead sprinting because you wouldn't last long, right? And you've got a long way back to down. So you're just kind of getting out of there, getting a safe distance, getting some distance between you and them down the road, unless you want to move through the grass. But the grass at that point, you have concealment. You might have some cover, but at that point, they also might have it if they chose to pursue you. However, they did not seem to want to pursue you. The three adventurers that were on the road, which were you, moved down that road. Is that fine? Or did you guys want to take to the grasses?
Mhm.
Okay, so you
No, no,
move
no,
down
we'll
the
go
road. The monsters, they growled. They kind of panicked with that, and they kind of just like spread out and disappeared into the grasses, right? So kind of both sides were startled. They backed down. You guys backed down. They were hostile. They didn't immediately attack. They just warned you, right? Kind of warn you to keep your distance. So you fell back to a safe distance. You kind of just rest up after some time. No sign of them. You like sprinted down the road for at least a turn, 10 minutes, right? Got a safe distance away, and there's no more sign of those monsters at the moment. But they definitely were in that area, so you might have been moving through their hunting grounds, or maybe they're passing through. You're not exactly certain. Um, if you proceed that way, you might engage them again. Do you want to head back to down and maybe try a different route to the cavern or a different adventure? You're kind of between here and this cavern. Gold.
Guys,
I was thinking on the cavern on the bottom right there.
yeah, I think we should go for the orcs again. Listen, we got this. We got this. Alright? I saved my last team. I did save them, remember?
You guys have me here now, don't forget that.
Exactly.
Thief.
Still try and head up there. I mean, we just have to avoid the fucking two pockets.
I don't want to run into them again. Because if... Nah, I
That's
think...
just
I
how
feel like
like
if we head back in, they might not enjoy your presence as much.
Yeah, they might get even more hostile. Because,
fine,
you know...
fine. Then we'll head to the other one. Jesus Christ. You're sounding like me mother. Let's go east.
East. All on board.
Yep.
Yes.
Here's a little picture of what you saw in the tall grass, by the way. I'll put it notes.
Oh,
That's
hell
the,
no.
That's the
Oh.
thing from the D&D movie. I swear to fucking God.
Yep.
And you wanted us
Seems
to
like a
come back?
kind guy.
Or beast
You know
double
what's-
dragon.
That's not the worst thing. They have illusion magic.
Oh.
Doesn't
Yeah,
seem
no.
too bad.
Wait, isn't that the thing in Baldur's Gate?
Sword
In the
beast.
cage?
Yeah.
Or am I tripping?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is, isn't
that's
it?
the thing. Yeah.
Nah, we're not fighting that. Heck
Wait,
no.
which cage?
You know, oh wait, you haven't been to Act 3. Never mind.
Oh.
Never mind. You'll run into one of them, don't worry.
Alright,
Great.
Sorry,
I'm excited.
spoilers. Spoilers.
Nah, it's okay.
so up the road,
It won't attack.
through the grasses, to the cavern. Which way it
To the cavern.
shall
I
be?
say east.
To the cavern, indeed.
Alright, so naturally, this is campaign map, but it's not always accurate to what your characters are actually seeing, right? Definitely toward the east, it becomes densely wooded, right, in the distance. So you'll be moving through a dense woodland. And yes, you might try to navigate yourself southeast, but there's a chance you might go southeast and reach the river toward the north of it, or you might reach the river toward the south of it. You can never really tell. Maybe you might find it exactly spot on. We'll find out. Those who are familiar with the area, who've been through the area before, have a higher chance of not losing the round, I would say. So they have a better sense of control or direction. In that case, I think the most experienced of the woods to the east would be Siri, the Elven, right? She would be most familiar. So if you want, she can lead you through the forest, have a better chance to navigate you to the cave entrances. Otherwise, we could try something else. The risk is if she doesn't lead you, someone else does. Either way, she might not even be the best to lead you there. She might even get lost as well. And the only risk is you might not reach the cavern. You might actually reach the river, past it, or south of it. You might reach the river, east of it, right, or north of it. That's the only risk if we don't have a road, right? We're just going straight through the woods.
I think I've been there twice.
I think that's
we
worth
should give it a
taking.
go. Yeah, let's give it a go.
We get lost on your execute.
Yeah, but if we get lost, I know the river better. 'Cause
So
I went
2-mile
by the
trek.
river each time.
No road, so your speed is reduced by 33% due to the terrain, which is rough and uneven, forested and hilly. That's gonna slow us by 33. 2 miles by 33%, 1.5 mile rate of movement, roughly. Okay, in that case, we got 2 miles to go, so it's gonna take us roughly a little over 2 hours. Or I meant a little over an hour, about An hour and a half to get to the cavern here, if all goes well. Navigation. There is a 2 in 6 chance that you do not remain on course, and you of course veer off more toward the south or north. But because you have a familiar guide, you get a +1 bonus. So there's only a 1 in 6 chance you will go off course instead. Okay. Due to Siri being familiar with the area. Okay, so if I roll a 1, you went off course. Alright. So long before you find the first entry points to the cavern, which allow you to navigate the hills out here and find the one that she usually enters from, which would be based on her reports and such, or her past records, the eastern entry. You've already found the northern entry to the cavern. Would you like to explore from the north entry, or do you want to resume exploration from the east entry or something else?
Let's go from the east, I think, as
It's pretty usual. Okay.
because there's
East.
we could go east and then go straight down to level 2 because the rope's still there.
Alright, no encounters on the way there. I'm gonna check for banditry. You left the road. Alright, all good. Safe travels. East entry point. Okay. We can move to the small scale map and begin exploration. Let's see.
Oh no. Hello, Max. It's gonna be fun doing that.
Alright, we just gotta update your campaign map here. Dungeon map. Last known location of Tanaka's being dead was in the pit.
Yikes.
A spiked pit trap with giant snakes. How fun. Oh, that's the demon baby.
We should throw a grenade.
Aw.
We should have broken it.
We should what?
Ooh, we should have.
Alright, this day we've got the crew members Siri here and Achilles. We'll need a new token for our new guy. Shade, here's a collection of tokens. You can pick one to represent your character. When you see one you like, tell me to stop and I'll grab it for you.
Stop. Let's do the guy. Oh. I lost him. Wait. I think I would. Yeah. Oh, right there. In the top left and then down one. One more.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
This one?
That one. Yeah.
He looks so fucking dead inside.
Pinky.
Hell yeah.
Alright, so you're approaching the cave entrance, and the light of day shines roughly 30 feet in. Just gonna get a token to represent that. It's, apparently can't have night and day at the same time, so on this
I'm
simulator.
surprised.
So let me just grab a prop to do this. Represent day. Just use this compass. Okay, should be good enough. Alright. This will represent the amount of daylight that enters the cave at this time of day, which is 9 o'clock in the freaking morning. Actually, it's an hour and a half later, so it's actually 10:30 when you arrive. Alright, your arrival is at 10:30. As you approach the entrance, you may take your time to prepare. When you're ready, let me know what you want to equip, and then we can start exploring. So, if you guys need some time, I'll give you guys some time to freely discuss your plans for this raid, right, or this delve. You guys need time? Or are you guys ready to go?
Maybe just a little bit.
A little bit? Alright, sure. Yeah, take some time
Yeah.
to discuss what you guys want to do down there, how you're going to do it.
Alright, I'm gonna be in front with the bow. Siri, you're gonna be carrying the torchlight. Oh, no, actually, let's not. Pinky, you'll be carrying the torch. Siri, you'll be up
Okay.
front with me. You have, that's a sight and I have, but I'm more armored in the case of scenario that I need to block off the entrance.
Alright. I think to begin with, we should not go in with the torch. Just because you have to let go of the torch. Oh no, someone could drop it down. Okay, yeah, we're
You
gonna go
do
down.
realise I'll be blind if I don't.
No, I'm thinking I go down first, you light a torch, and then I catch it. Because someone
Alright.
needs to be down there to catch the torch, otherwise it's gonna just fall on the ground and die out. So I'll be empty-handed to begin with. Or, no, because someone could come straight away. Let me keep the spear and my spell. Okay, I think I'm good.
Alright.
What do you guys think?
All good? Okay, so
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
starting with Achilles. Your situation is that you've recently arrived at the cavern entrance. Your party has taken some time to make plans and discuss, and now you're ready to head in, right? Before you go in, you're gonna tell me what you want to equip. Sling again or something
Right.
else?
I'm gonna equip a bow. Myself.
Alright, and then Siri, same situation, right? What would you like to equip?
Can I equip my spear? Oh yeah, I'll do spear and bow too. Actually, yeah.
Spear and bow?
Crossbow.
Crossbow?
Yeah, I have a crossbow, don't I?
Yeah. Which one do you want to equip? Your crossbow or your spear?
Can I not have both?
You could, but the crossbow requires 2 hands to operate. You can carry it, but you won't be able to
Oh.
fire or you aim.
Okay, can I have my spear and dagger then?
Yep.
Wait, where did my dagger go? I don't have one. What do
Oh,
you have,
yeah.
Dax?
You lost it. Good call.
I think, is it Bethany? I think Bethany picked it up.
Possibly.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, dagger's missing. Alright.
Yeah.
Pinky? What would you like to equip?
Right. I think a torch, right?
Good to go. And would you like your pull for a trap chicken or something else?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Nice. You'll probably have to lead the way then.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Pinky's ready to head out into the dungeon. Hopefully everyone's ready. Alright. In that case, let me make this. Alright, never mind. Alright. The way forward is west. You may continue exploring toward the north, west, or southwest. How would you like to proceed?
Southwest.
Southwest?
Mm-hmm.
Party's moving toward the southwest. Is this an alright formation, or Zero, do you want to be up front with him?
Yeah, we'll do it like that.
That's fine, yeah. He is probably
It'd be better if he goes up front with me, since he has
No,
like
he has the bow.
armor and stuff.
No, but he has
Ah.
the bow. I have the weapons. I'll be pretty useless if I'm in the back.
Alright.
Okay. So moving toward the southwest, we can see a creek flowing into the cavern, down a cliff, dropping down into a lower depth of the dungeon within the cavern. An old wooden staff lies toward the south. That's not there anymore. There's a 10-foot pole toward the northwest. Alright. Would you like to proceed
Oh, there
down
is
the cliff or
rope.
something else?
Down the cliff. There is rope, by the way. We forgot to add it again. There's rope wrapped around the statue going down into the...
Right.
Oh wait, no, it is there.
Okay, so it's more like 45. It's damaged but retied. So 45 was kind of lost to becoming a knot. So yeah, no, still roughly 45. Just to repair the rope, plus it, make sure 5, create some knots in it. To represent the leads. Gonna go with this one. Oh shit. be good enough. Right, the rope has been annotated on your map. Yes, the rope does still exist. It's still there. Would you like to climb down into level 2, or do you want to explore through the western or north exits of the cavern? Nothing new here. Clear. Down? Or something else?
Yeah, we're here down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First to go is Pinky, or you want to send Achilles down first?
I'll go first.
Okay. You gonna store your weapons, or you want to just drop it down there?
I'll store them.
Stow them? Alright. You start to put your weapons away. Everyone starts to put their weapons away. I think Pinky's the only one who can't put the torch away naturally. He's gonna just have to drop that thing down there. And his 10-foot pole is carried by hand, so he'll just drop that down there too.
It's time to jump.
Alright, so Sirius climbing down.
Oh.
After Siri, who should be next?
Pinky should go after Siri.
Yeah.
Okay. Achilles will be last. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for the most part, you guys are able to get down there without any issue. Let's move our tokens to level 2. Alright. Congratulations, you're back down in level 2. You pick up your weapons, or that you dropped maybe, or you draw them if you stowed them away. But yeah, it doesn't take long for you all to climb down here. It doesn't take too long. The first 10 minutes of the delve have passed. Checking for if this cavern is clear still. Alright. For the most part, everything in the map is accurate. There are 2 slight changes. We can see basically... Oh, this is not there. Some slight changes. Alright. We are able to find hanging on the wall is the head of one of your companions.
Oh.
A
Oh, that's
past
great.
companion. It appears to be the head of, what's his name? Telemachus's. So you find Telemachus's head down here in level 2, hanging from the wall upon entering. It's just been hammered into the wall. The nail going through his mouth. Or no,
Sorry, who's?
yeah.
Take it as a souvenir.
It's right through his mouth, to the back of his head.
Telemachus's body has been hammered into the wall.
His head.
That is his
That's
last character. That was his last
Wow.
character.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's take him with us in honor of him.
You
Telemachus's
do
head
realise
was hammered
that's my
here in the
nephew.
wall.
That's my nephew.
Oh no.
It'll be a kind reminder.
And
How did they grab his head with the snakes?
who knows, right? They probably repaired their trap or something. Reset it.
Maybe he had one of those snake flutes, you know, for rattlesnakes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So,
You've never seen that in like a desert place? Anyway, doesn't matter.
yeah, we didn't explore up there, but it is gone. The whole, I mean, I guess we'll keep it here for now, but if you check back that area, probably it's reset. They probably repaired the path. Okay. Anyway, you found Telmachus's head. You're surprised to see it, despite knowing how he was killed. Right. Or with the knowledge that he was lost to a very difficult to reach place, right? His head is nailed into the wall, right? And you can see a pile of shit and piss just up against the wall beneath it, right? The head is bloodied. There's a hole in it. It's got worms crawling in and out of the eye sockets, the ears, the nose, the mouth.
These
Right?
nasty motherfuckers.
They shit and piss all over the wall too.
Hey, that does it. We killed everything we find.
Yep, I agree. Shit and piss.
That's all over the wall here. It's quite a horrible sight.
Such disrespect.
Perhaps they did that.
Shit on his head.
as a, warning or to get revenge, maybe to. Yeah.
Make the pile.
Okay, so yeah, that's a horrible sight, and more importantly, a very horrible smell, right? It's hard to smell anything else. It stinks down here, right? It smells like shit, piss, and blood,
Right.
or yeah, rot. Okay. Aside from that, that's the only major change that you've noticed down here upon returning. Would you like to proceed through the exit or something else? Oh yeah,
let's
Yeah.
proceed.
this wall is full of holes still, by the way. Right? It is a
Oh,
fungal centipede nest. It appears, right? Just a bunch of little holes in the wall. Alright.
Chaos today.
It smells pretty hazy there. You can avoid it, of course.
Mhm.
All the way forward
Can we
is
put
to the
Pinky in
south.
front?
What was it?
Can we put Pinky in front? Because he's got the pole.
Oh, right. Yeah, let's
We'll
do
learn
that.
from our mistakes with Telemachus.
Before we proceed any deeper, we have Pinky take the lead and start tapping the floor. Tap, tap, tap. Make sure no traps. It's clear so far. He's carefully exploring, observing, right? Moving, mapping as we go. Yeah, nothing happens as he prods the floor to the south. It's clear. Would you like to prod the shit and piss?
Sure.
Alright,
Nasty.
you prod the shit and piss.
In the pole.
Hey, maybe there's a golden coin under it. You never know.
And as soon as you touch the shit and piss, right, it explodes in your face.
What?
Ah, great.
Okay,
That's just amazing.
let's say that you did it from a 10 feet distance, yeah, with your pole.
Mhm.
So, it blows up your face, shit and piss go flying everywhere, right? If you were close, you would have been killed. It was 90D, right?
Can I drag Siri next to me?
So, now it's all over the floor. So it's spread out.
Oh.
Right.
You just had to prod it. You just had to prod it.
Okay. Well, now we know it was a booby trap, right? If you decided to mess with it, it would blow up shit and piss in your face, right? And also kill you. Right. It was a huge explosion, right? Which alerts echoes down this area here. Right.
Oh.
So you're now
Oh no.
you're now
Okay.
alerted anyone down there to your presence. Okay. Wandering monster check. Alright, contact. We hear enemies approaching from the south. We probably know what they are, right? We can hear oinks and grunting, right, as they race toward the position. You guys want to ready for combat, retreat, or something else?
I say we ready up.
Pinky.
Get revenge on Telemachus.
Yeah.
I'd put the torch down.
Yeah, I'll just I'll throw it to the side.
Don't throw
Okay.
It. It might go out.
You sure you want to throw it? If it's on the ground, by the way,
No,
the radius is halved. So if you set it on the floor, the radius, no, either way, if it's on the ground, it won't provide that much light anymore. So you might want to secure it to something, right? Or hammer it into the wall with a spike and hammer if you want.
Oh right, yeah, no. Let's let's do that.
Okay.
Let's secure it to the wall.
So let's say you want to secure it to this wall here, Right. or which wall?
Yeah.
Maybe do it closer to the head. so we
This
can see
wall
it.
here is made of rock and dirt. It'll take a minute to,
Mhm.
at least a minute to hammer it in. So while you're busy doing that, let's see. Or there might be a faster way to do it, right? Because hammering in could take some time. It's more of a long-term but very secured way. A more faster way you might do this is you might smash it into the nest, right? The nest is it's not made of rock naturally. It's made of fungus. So if you're willing, you can try to
I
smash it in
don't
there.
think that's a great idea.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna warn you, if you want to hammer in the wall, it is gonna secure a torch and provide good light, but it's gonna take it's gonna take some time. Right? It's gonna take a few rounds to
You
accomplish.
guys got it.
It's gonna take a few rounds.
Right.
Shade. No, it's gonna take a few rounds, few turns, and you're in the front.
Right.
Mm-mm.
We got limited time
You
before
guys
they
not
arrive,
like
right?
secure my back while I do it.
Smash it. smash it.
So you could just drop it. It's one thing. You could just keep it in your hand and fight with something else, right? Like a one-handed item. Let's see what you got. You got a dagger, right? I mean, it's one-handed anyway. So.
Yeah, I
unless
think
someone
it's a
give you
better
a
idea
bow.
to just keep it in my hand.
Okay. Yeah. That way you can retreat with it. You'll just drop the pole then for now, because you have no other way to wear it. So you set it against the wall. Now there are 2 lonely poles in the dungeon. Okay, and his staff right here. Okay, so Pinky's got his torch out. He's got his dagger out. And Pinky, thieves, they only are beneficial if they can backstab typically, or attack enemies that aren't focused on them. And you can't really do that with the dagger unless you're behind the enemy. So you're kind of like a last resort, unless someone here wants to hand you a missile weapon, right? With the enemy
I can
approach,
give him my bow.
Achilles, how do you want to ready up? Perhaps you want to prepare melee weapons and give Pinky your short bow? Or,
Yeah, probably.
I
Yeah.
think that's a great idea.
okay, you
Yeah.
pass him your short bow.
Toss the bow over to him. Get rid with
if
the
you want.
heavy shield and sword.
Just a suggestion, Pinky, you can toss your torch to the ground. There are some better places to toss it, right? Actually, the enemy don't need to see you for you to attack, but you need to see the enemy to attack them, right? If this is the exit, where might you throw your torch then, right? Will you throw it next to you or somewhere else?
Am I able to throw it like near the place where the enemies come from?
Would you like to throw it here where you hear them coming, or something else?
Yeah.
All right, sure.
To the side.
You can steal your dagger.
You know what?
Grab
Actually,
the
I'm
bow.
gonna do a pro gamer move. They only have one entrance, from what I can see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just this. It sounds like they're coming from here. At least that's
Wait,
what it
if
sounds
there's
like.
no light, can I not place a small trap there? Or
Yeah,
is that just
we
not
don't get a
gonna
lot
work
of
against
time,
them?
so limited actions. You get 1 action, so technically, or we have this many actions before they arrive. I'll say. We have 3 actions before they arrive. Pinky already did 2 actions. He took out his dagger. He put the staff against the wall, which was a free action. So the dagger and the torch was throwing the torch is an action. Grabbing the bow is an action. And putting your dagger away is an action. So you're out of actions before they arrive. You're like already done. But Achilles, you used one of your actions to toss your bow to Pinky. You have 2 more actions. How did you want to get ready?
I got my heavy shield and bastard sword.
Okay, and then Siri, you have 3 actions before the enemy arrive. 30 seconds, right? You hear them charging from the south. And because you're to the north, you can hear enemies moving in from the north as well.
At
how
the
do you
north
want to
as
ready?
well?
Mhm.
Oh.
This was an
Oh, we're
explosion,
sandwiched.
echoed.
Wait,
You
no
hold
entrance.
you hold them off up there. I'll hold them off down there.
Okay, can I see what I've got in my inventory, please?
Yeah.
Okay,
Also, what spell did you memorize for today? You only can pick 1, right? You're level 1, so.
sleep.
Alright, good
Sweet.
call. Okay, and then, what do you want to equip? Is spear and hand axe good? Or do you want to
Yeah.
switch up? By the
we'll
way,
do that.
bear in mind, if you want to cast a spell, you need to have a free hand. So you might want to throw one of these weapons at the enemy and then cast, right? If you want.
Right, okay. Question.
Yeah.
I've done 2 actions, right?
You haven't done any actions technically.
Oh, right. Can I drop my bandages or will they get damaged?
It probably will get contaminated. The floor is not clean, right?
Oh, I was gonna say I could drop them and someone could grab them.
I have a question. If the enemy's from the north, like, they have to climb down through the rope, right?
It's a 15-foot drop
not
roughly.
necessarily.
Oh, okay. Never
They
mind
can throw things at us. I almost got my head
Alright.
torn off last time.
Thinking is an action, so I'm gonna have to start putting on a timer.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. I think I'm good. Yeah.
Alright, just ready already?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
do it
there's
like
something
this.
else you need to
Yeah,
do.
we're ready.
Alright. Yeah, no other preparations? last chance. You have, 3 actions. I guess it's all used on
yes.
waiting and thinking.
Yeah, yeah.
Lo-
No, you're not. You're out of actions. You're out of
Lo-
actions. There's no more time for you to think, act, or say anything, right? Really. I mean, maybe you can say a few things, but it's up to Siri now, right, to figure out what she did in those 30 seconds. She should just stand there and wait.
Can
Think.
I throw... If I throw a torch up there, can it set a fire, in theory?
If there's fuel for it to ignite against and all that.
Can I throw 2 torches up there and they catch on fire from each other?
So say you wanted to do that, you would have to drop one of your weapons, reach into your bag, pull 2 torches out, light it against the torch, which is not on Pinky. It's been thrown over here to the south. So you would have to run over here to the south, light it against those, run back, or toss them up there.
Okay.
By that time, they are
No,
already
no.
here.
Okay.
So you thought about it, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
too
we'll
late.
find them.
Alright. The enemy have arrived. Here is the counter. It is a level 2 encounter, right? Because you're in dungeon level 2. Orcs are considered to be level 1 encounters. So if they're in level 2, it's a times 2 encounter. That's why they're coming from the north, and that's why they're coming from the south. Right? One group here, one group here. Right? So they were waiting to defend their base, and you guys have arrived. And here they come, right? Charging in to fight you. So,
Right.
orcs. Never
I know
appearing.
what I need to do.
Okay, perfect. I've got an idea too. Shade? Pray. Just pray.
Alright. Hopefully
Okay.
we're more experienced.
We might
Prepared.
not make it out.
Yeah, we got a brand new guy with us.
Nah,
and
I
2
got it,
slightly
don't worry.
experienced crew members. Number of appearance 2 to 8 per encounter in the dungeon. See, so it's 2 to 8 here and 2 to 8 here, so it's 2d4 rolls. Alright. Toward the south, we have 4 appearing. Okay, so that's pretty good so far. Not too bad. Something we can handle.
Oh, they look meaner this time.
Alright.
I think they're kind of cute.
And we have 4 to the north as well. Alright. So, here they come, right? They kind of arrive at the same time. These orcs here toward the south, they move up to the corner, right? You hear them like barking. One of them is carrying a torch, right? This guy's got a torch now.
Damn, that's
So you
right.
can see them. He's got a torch, or one of them has a torch, this guy in particular. So they get up to that wall, you get hear them moving up to the wall. The same with these guys, they're running in. One of their crew members have a torch as well, right?
Well, at least we're living up.
So
Right,
at least the
I'm gonna
enemies are
need-
spotted. Okay, so as soon as you see them appear, right, you guys can take action, right? So starting with Pinky, you have your bow ready. As soon as you see these orcs move up, this first guy here, he's got a shield, and the other hand, you can see he's holding a flask with a cloth sticking out of it, right?
Oh, hell nah.
Oh no.
Alright.
Yeah, shoot.
I'm assuming that means something really bad.
Shoot the bottle.
Alright, you also got this one here.
Okay,
moving up.
we'll do.
You wanna fire this one? Okay.
Yes.
Fire on him. Misfire.
Oh,
Directly
yeah.
behind him, you might get a lineup. So if somehow he's got protection from this guy, but there's a slight chance you might have missed him barely and hit this guy instead. Let's see. Let's get the lineup. Yep, you did. So it was
Yeah.
that. It went right past
Yes,
this guy
sir.
and into this one, right? Who
That was
carrying
actually my intention, trust me.
Yep. The damage is 1 to 6. This is a torchbearer, right? It did 5, and he has 3. So you shot the torchbearer dead, right? So he fell dead. He gets the wall.
Nice.
So you kind of saved your crew right there. You had 1 torchbearer to the south. His radius is reduced by half because he fell dead. You get your first kill. Good shot. Alright. Hopefully that will be enough to save us. Toward the north, right? As the enemy approached, Achilles, you had sword and shield ready. Siri, spear, and axe. You see light approaching right from the top. You had your spear and axe ready. And you hear them up there, but they don't appear. They just kind of are up there. And you hear them oinking. Do you want to just stand your ground and ready yourself? Or they don't approach, like they
Do
don't
you know
reveal
what
their
they're
position.
saying? Because I can understand
Yeah,
them.
you hear them,
Can I
they're
hear
moving
them
up, they're
well?
like, alright, light it up, throw it down there, right, in the orc language, but to us it's like, "Arr, arr,"
Right.
right, snarls and oinks. grunts and commands. What do you want to do? Just stand and wait, or you want to take cover somewhere, or something else?
I want to move into the water.
Okay, you step into the dirty, murky water. Okay. And then Achilles. What do you want to do on your turn? You hear them
Straight
here
up charge at the people in the north. Oh, no, not north, south.
to the south.
Just straight up charge at them. Yeah, the
Right.
doorway.
1v3,
Straight up.
you got this, bro.
You charge them with sword
Yeah.
and shield. Okay.
Maybe throw
Yeah.
some shit and piss at them.
All right. So as Pinky
Or
fired
even a
down,
wall-
Achilles
wall
charged
drop
sword
and
and shield
like
to
a
hold
wall
the
screen
exit.
or something.
Siri, you backed up into the waters, and we get a reaction check. Positive. As soon as you step into the waters, giant snakes slither out to your
Great.
favor. Right. So they slid. You scare them off. Right. These giant snakes
Oh, okay.
never appearing. If you are hostile toward
What
them,
the
they might
fuck?
attack. 2 giant snakes slither out. They were in the waters. Maybe they were put there, right, as a trap. But instead, they reacted in your favor. They just kind of swam out, right, to cover. So
Okay.
they are, at the moment, just quickly stepping out like animals would do, right? In this case, they're just trying to get their distance. They're not very hostile at the moment, but they could be very soon, right, as you step into their sanctuary. 1 second.
This is a great start, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, y'all gotta catch up on kills, man. I already got one.
I mean, if we don't die, we are gonna have so much fucking XP out of this.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Hopefully luck is in our favor today.
We have a token for
We've got a
these
new bear,
snakes.
we might have luck.
Hmm?
I jumped in the water too, because of what they said. Actually, wait, don't. What if there's more snakes? Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I think I'll stay here.
Yeah, you
Alright,
say
we
that.
got one here, and we got
I'm fine with my
one
place.
here. The orcs did throw something down here. Alright, and I threw it right here. Alright, so you stepped in the water out of the radius, but basically it's a flaming oil, right? So it blows up
I
here.
fucking knew it.
Yep.
Okay, something they can produce from oils, whether it be from fats or what else, right? And magnesium, other sulfur, and other chemicals they can mine or materials.
Themselves, bacon.
Yeah, their own
I have a
fat.
question that I'm a bit curious about.
What's up?
By any chance, can we use the fire when we have bows and arrows? Can we light our arrows with the fire to shoot when they go past? Or is that not?
Could try. Physically, it's kind of useless though. Let's see.
Does it
Unless
not do
they're
more
covered in
damage?
oil,
It
right?
stays.
But in real life, most arrows that are lit on fire that are not properly made for incendiary fire, the fire just goes right out, right? Or you just might damage your arrow, or you might even melt the arrowhead off, right? The glue or the string that holds the arrowhead onto the shaft, right? Setting a flame could damage it, soften it, weaken it. More so, it's only used when you're trying to set things on fire that are flammable. Norik itself might be flammable sometimes if he's got some oil or something on him, like cloth, that's dry and ready to burn. But he can pat it out pretty quickly, most likely, right? So it's pretty useless. It's just an extra step to something that you can already
Right,
do.
so it'd have to be like magical
Uh,
fire for it to actually
like a
affect
incendiary arrow,
something?
right? If you want to burn him,
Yeah.
if you want to like set him on fire, he's gotta already be flat, like in flames, or not in flames, but combustible, right? For him to blow up in fire, right?
Right,
So-
so I'd have to put like oil or fuel on him
Yeah.
for that.
Maybe
to
they're
work.
already gassy.
Right. There's some ways to
Right,
do that.
that's fine.
Like if you had oil traps ready, like oil right here, shoot the arrow, or you don't even need to fire an arrow, right? But you can just throw a torch there, boom, explodes, right? It's a trap, right? So anyway, yeah, just some ideas for the future, right? That tossed the flaming oil on us. So let me add the radius. Flaming oil, right? So radius is gonna be 10-foot area, right, for flaming oil in our game.
Oh, thank
Blows
fuck, I
up.
got out of
It's
there.
not normal oil, it's flaming oil. So, alright, so all of this is affected by flames, right? It blows up in fire. Change the color to red. If you're within this, you're gonna be burning, right? The oil, it hits the deck, it spreads and it blows up in flames. And the damage is 1 damage for 2 to 8 rounds. If you, of course, stand in it for a round, right? Every round you're in the fire, you take 1 damage, okay? So it blows up there, the intense heat. Siri, of course, you're in the water, you kind of step back. The oil is in the water, it burns, right? It sort of spreads, but it's diluted. But you're backing up, it makes the water warm. It's murky, it stinks, and it's fiery red here, right? Pinky, you know, you fired and suddenly to your left flank there's an intense heat, right? You like a flash of explosion, you kind of like back up against the wall. It's a tight space here, you can't go into the wall, but you press up, or maybe you're forced to step forward into the water, 1 foot in. Siri's like, it's a cramped space, small chamber, right? Blows up in flames. Otherwise they cheer in victory, right, as that happens. And you can hear them like,
Is
we've
the
got you
snake
now,
gentle?
right? They're dead meat, right? The snakes just slither off toward the wall here, right? Afraid of what's happening, right? Surprised. Achilles charged the door. This one here had a spear and shield ready. So as Achilles, he charged in, he speared at you, right? Spear and shield ready. Here comes his attack. He has initiative.
Okay, luck.
Alright, and
That's a
he missed,
fail.
right? It just glances off your heavy armor, right? Like nothing. You crash into him, start swinging
Oh,
your
to
sword
me.
into him. Here comes
No,
your attack, and you missed. You hit a shield.
Oh, no.
Oh,
This guy's
great
got
job,
an
man.
oil and shield.
Oh,
He
it-
kinda
it
steps
is a
back.
charge, is it not? So
He's lighting his
it
oil
has-
right now, and this guy here is moving in, spear and shield, right, to stab at you from around the corner, right? As you moved in and slashed through this one, he stepped and stabbed at you. Not once, and ends up actually, as he moves in, he trips up
Stabbing
and
his
stabs
guy
his
with
friend,
the-
right? Possibly stabs. He trips up and possibly stabs this guy. Rolling. He hits him, right? He trips, and this guy,
Oh
as
my
this guy
God.
turns to light his oil, he trips and stabs this guy.
Huge.
Clumsy orcs, right? He dealt 6 damage to his friend, max damage, and
Oh
killed
my
him. This guy's a rookie, right? He stabbed a poor baby
Oh my
orc
God.
in the face with his trip, killed his own guy. As he, yeah, as he tripped up and
Wait,
fell.
that thing is lit, so it hits the floor and just goes kaboom.
Yeah, he falls. There's a chance for that, right? The oil hits the deck, spills on the torch. Let me see. There's a 2 in 6 chance that it does not trigger. I'll say.
2 and 6 chance. Oh,
That it doesn't trigger as he drops it over the torch, right? Alright, it didn't trigger.
It does.
Oh
It
my
didn't
God.
trigger. He got lucky. So it just fell on the orc's fleshy body, and so therefore it didn't break against the floor when the flask hit the deck, right? The Molotov
Yeah.
cocktail,
Oh my
right?
God.
So it
I
fell
am
on this guy,
so
it didn't blow up.
fucking
If
lucky.
it blew up, it would have been collateral, right? Huge collateral right there. But there's still a chance, right? Let's see. So this guy falls over.
I mean, yeah, it's lit.
We've got a torch on the ground here. We've got a flaming oil sitting nearby. Right, but it didn't blow up. It didn't get lit.
Throw our torch. Throw our torch.
So we somehow get a torch on that particular flaming oil. We have a torch here already, right? The torch of Pinky that was thrown there. We gotta remove his radius. I forgot to do that.
Yep,
Oh,
I intended
hang
that.
on. Wait, so the flaming oil is not lit?
No, it's just
No, it's
it's
just
still the
oil.
bottom. It bounced against his like stomach, so
Yeah.
Okay,
Fell on the
so we
soft
can
body.
actually toss this fucking thing at the other motherfucker.
we could also do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Give me a torch. Token. There. When a torch is on the floor, it's only half the radius. Okay. So there's that. That's the one that Pinky threw at the exit, right? So you guys can see the enemy entering. It's right at your feet, Achilles, so you can kick it next round if you want to toward the flaming oil. It'll explode. Anyway, as all that's happening, the enemy can barely see us, right? I mean, actually no. This is well lit now. This is a flaming oil, so technically, let me just duplicate this. The oil has a pretty bright radius, so typically, how it would look is it's 10 feet. Duplicate this. Alright. With a 10-foot amount of oil and flame, its radius shall be pretty much double that of a torch. So, probably 20 feet on the floor. Very bright. Okay. So the chamber is well lit because we've got this huge thing of oil here. Okay, that's just to represent the light of the
Yeah.
oil pool. But yeah, it's a brightly lit area. It's in flames. We got guys over here. So far the situation is going pretty decently well. It's very smoky. It's very hazy. Snakes are slithering in anger, right? In fear, with fire, and then they snake around and giant centipedes emerge from this here. So we add some centipedes.
Giant centipedes. Whoa.
Right.
Oh, there's so much going on.
It's chaos. Complete chaos.
Snakes, spiders, centipedes, kill them all and
We
we'll
make
get
it.
a lot of.
That's what I'm saying. If we kill all of these, holy money.
Alright.
Between 3 of us.
The giant centipedes are reacting negatively to the giant snakes, right? Who are,
Oh, they're fighting! Let's go!
Oh, hell yeah.
more than likely they're gonna get into a fight. Alright, so you got 6 giant centipedes emerging from their home as snakes try to seek refuge in their home, right? Centipedes emerge, they're gonna start a fight as well. So 2 different forces all at war here. Alright. So, nature and humanoids. Alright, back to Pinky's turn. Pinky's your turn again. Everyone's kind of in your way now. You see enemies at the ledge here, stepping in, right? This does not affect up here, right? It's only affecting down here. So there's guys at the ledge. You can kind of see their silhouettes through the flames. You're not sure what they're about to do from up there. Right? Maybe, yeah, you're not sure what they're about to start doing. But from down here, what do you want to do? You want to start shooting at them?
Can I see my inventory real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'll start shooting at them.
Okay. This north one or this east one?
Let's do the east one.
Okay, you fire at this guy. And it turns out they brought bags of stones to throw at you, to stone you to death, right? It's like they're like grabbing their stones ready to
Dang
throw.
it.
So they're about to start hurling rocks at us. Slow death, right? Slow and painful death. Stoning our crew to death from the north at least. As you're about to fire on them, back to Siri, you got a spear and axe. You backed up, right? All this flame. You can see the silhouettes of 2 of them. And actually, because you're further back, you realize you can actually see kind of further up. You see like one between them. Also about to throw rocks, right? Hurl them over toward you guys.
Is he still up there, or?
You can actually possibly even cast your spell now, Siri, against at least 3 of them.
But I have psych in my hand, don't I?
Oh yeah.
And that's
That-
not...
Do you want to throw your spear at them?
I
The
want...
third guy.
Axe?
No, I want to throw my axe at the middle one.
Oh yeah, the Achilles, you're gonna get your attack in a moment.
I wanna try and aim at his throat at least.
Alright,
The middle one. Middle one.
This one?
Is that gonna be a less successful chance?
Yeah, it's
if I
hard
throw
to
it at that
see.
one?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
then
got more cover.
I'll probably throw it at the left one.
North.
Yeah.
Achilles used your attack from round 1. You swung your sword. Oh no, I already did your attack, you missed. Yeah, we already determined that. So, it's your next round, second round of
That
combat.
was first round.
Yeah, first round you missed, second round, you're gonna attack again or something else?
Yeah, obviously. The fuck is annoying.
Alright, you're swinging on this one. This guy trips, he's getting back up, right? And
You can make me throw a snake at him.
what actually happens, of
No,
course, for this
I-
round is, starting with Pinky, you took aim, you returned, you took aim, fire on this guy as he steps forward to hurl rocks. As you're firing on him and he's hurling rocks, we're gonna roll initiative to see who's faster. You firing or him throwing rocks. So, you took aim,
That's you.
fired, you got 4 initiative, he's got 3. You beat him by 1. Let's check your initiative. Your dexterity bonus is none, so you won. Yeah. Alright, so, fires. Here's your attack roll. As he's about to hurl stones down, particularly he's hurling stones at Siri, he's hurling stones at you. He's hurling stones at Siri. You fire on him. This is considered, I would say, a flank. Yeah, because he's focused on that, and you're firing from the side. So I'll give you a flank bonus of +2. I can't give you the backstab bonus though. Alright, 15's a hit. He's got a rock in one hand, a shield in the other. He still landed a hit despite that. With the 15, right? Actually, yeah, because he's not blocking. You wait for him to open up. He would have an armor class of typically. Let's see, let me check his armor class real quick. That might actually be a miss. I gotta double check. So they got a bag of rocks between them, and they got their rocks and shields. Armor class of orc is 6 unarmored, pretty much. So, what a helmet and a hide and a shield. That'd be armor class 4, and then with shield, double against you. He's blocking and hurling rocks. So, let's see, armor class 4 with a shield. It's armor class. Oh yeah. With the shield wall, which is what they're using. Actually, that's a miss. Sorry, that would have been hit if he didn't have a
There's
shield.
a +2.
Yeah, 15. He has an armor class
There's
of.
no +2.
Yeah, 13 plus 2 is 15. It's not enough. So he's an armor class, right?
Oh.
The full armor class is 6 with body armor, and his helmet it went to 4. With the shield though, it's doubled and doubled again, so it became a bonus of 4 total from the shield. So it brought him to armor class 0, which means that you would need a 19 or 20 to hit as a level 1 thief. So
What the
he
hell?
missed by 4 points. Yeah, the shields are super good against missiles. So you shot up there into the shield wall. It hits the shield. Right, he hurls a rock over it. This one does the same thing. Right. Siri, of course, you threw your spear at this guy. Right. Shields are very
No,
good.
the axe.
Oh, the axe. Okay.
Mhm.
That's a miss. Your axe just goes right past him. Right. Because it was too low of a roll, but it might even
Did
hit
it
this
hit
guy.
Any of them?
You have a line up here.
Yeah.
So hurl it up there, right, over the ledge. Very low chance, but yeah, you missed both of them, right? Just hurls right over them. Somewhere
Great job.
further back.
Great.
You lost your axe.
That's fine.
Somewhere up there is your hand axe. If we ever survive, or if we manage to survive, you can get it back. Pinky, of course, you're down 2 arrows, by the way. Let's see. 8 shots remain. Oh yeah, that's right. The bow came from Achilles. Yeah, he taught us to use bow and arrows earlier. Alright, back to Achilles. You're trading swings against this guy. This guy, he tripped up, turns, stabs again at you. This one's dead. This one's dead, right? You versus him. He's got a spear, you've got a sword. His spear is slower than your sword. Actually, you have a bastard sword, so it's equal speed. Bastard sword and spear is about just as long, actually. So, let's roll initiative, starting with Achilles. Initiative is 3. Orc is 4. Before you could swing your sword into him again,
Surrender or die, you bastard.
you ask him to surrender as he stabs at you with his spear.
I'm
Give
not asking, I'm ordering it.
Maybe next round he will react if you stop swinging on him. Let's see. But this round he did attack you, and he missed. The spear glances off you like nothing. This guy spears at you too. Nat 20,
Oh, yeah.
right through the armpit.
Yay.
11 11 damage to our brave fighter. And despite his
Oh,
heavy
come
armor,
on.
went through his armpit. Yeah, kills him. If you want to reroll, there are some ways to obtain it, but it's not required. Are you trying to save Achilles,
I
or
would like to have a reroll.
will you accept your
Yeah,
death?
I'll save it. I'll-
Alright. There are a few things you can do to get yourself a
Where's the
reroll.
fucking Patreon for this shit?
Yeah, you can either that, or you can, if you don't want to subscribe, you can also just cash app if you want for a quick reroll. The only cost
I ain't
is
got the cash yet. Does the Twitch still work?
I don't think the Twitch subscriptions work, but you can definitely use Patreon or the server subscription. If you want to buy a single reroll, Cash App or Venmo, it's just $1.
I'll go for you're good. I'll, what is it, like $3 a month?
Yeah, you get, there's a lot of benefits. If you give my Patreon, then you will get a reroll per game, 1 reroll per game.
That's it.
Right, I'll try and find the damn Patreon. Can we
Yep.
just where the fuck is it?
Usually, these will only offer deals to people already subscribed, but I'll also offer it to you since you like this character a lot.
Ah.
So you could save it
This-
if you really
this-
want. It's not
I mean,
required, or you can
There's
accept
the,
defeat.
There's the server. There's the server
Patreon
subscription.
to support the
Uh,
game.
Yeah, it's in my profile. It's in my profile. If you want to support it.
Oh,
get
in
a
your
Patreon.
profile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Click on my user.
Yeah,
I'll
I
also
see it.
send it to you.
Yeah, I see it. Okay. Yeah, I'll get that set up. It gotta take a minute.
All right, we'll come back to you. So Achilles,
Yeah.
right? You see death before you. There's gonna be a real possibility you might just barely manage to matrix it and dodge it right the last second.
What does he need to dodge it?
Otherwise he dies, right? It goes through his
No, but what does he need? Like, what?
reroll. It just needs to not hit. The enemy only can hit him on a nat 20 because his armor class is too high, and the guy got so lucky he got a nat 20 and killed him. Right? He
Oh, what the hell? Okay.
That's just great.
That is crazy.
so you can reroll that.
Okay. Yeah. You want a picture of this or something? Because I am paying for the adventure now.
I get notified if you do it. So
It looks like it went through.
then you're good. We're gonna reroll it. It doesn't guarantee your survival, but by the way, it's a reroll, not a
Imagine it doesn't.
So it doesn't
No,
it
that's
doesn't
not-
guarantee your survival, by the way, because we're rerolling, and if it's another nat 20, you're just doomed.
I'm
Oh,
doomed.
come
Yeah.
on.
That's
Right.
a 1 in 20.
Right?
I doubt it, but let's
It's
see.
happened before, but let's just hope that
40 for it both.
that wasn't the case. 18. All right, you're safe. Your
Nice.
glances
Oh my
off.
I'm not a
god.
hit.
So he staggered. It looked like it was supposed to kill him, but in a moment, like his ancestors' deaths flashed before his eyes. All the members of Gold House, right, the ones who died at least, like suddenly, power of the House Gold saves Achilles' life, right? All right, so you're fine, just barely. You just saw yourself about to die, though. You should have died there, but your ancestors saved you.
Maybe he gets like a cool scar.
Is
Yeah.
he like?
No,
is
he's
he
like-
bleeding at all? Does he need
No.
help?
No, there's like a mark in his armor where he should have been, where that should have killed him, but, right. So there's like
Right.
damaged piece of armor in his armpit.
Oh, okay.
So that orc is like, he's like shocked, like he's like, that should have killed him, right? So it was like you were turned toward this orc here, right? So the spear should have went through your armpit and into your heart, right? Because it was your left side exposed to him when you were swinging your sword, right? He saw that opening, he stabbed under your armpit, and it should have gone through. But like the layers of your armor, perhaps, or something, it just, maybe your muscles tightened up or something. It just didn't go deep enough to actually cause any
It didn't
serious
go through.
damage. Yeah,
Mhm.
it didn't go through. Alright, so the orc is in shock. That's your only weak point. He got it, but it didn't. Or you have several weak points, but that's like one of the only valuable ones. You got the eye sockets, right, or the eye holes in your armor, right? The see-through holes. Alright, but anyway, he failed somehow. And these guys, they continue to do their thing. Pinky, of course, fired on one. This guy threw a rock at Pinky. Let's see if that killed him. Possibly could.
Uh-oh.
It's 1 to 2 damage per hit if he manages to hit you. He hit you. The damage is odds is
Oh,
1,
God.
evens is 2. You only have 2 hit points, so if it's 2 hit points, it might kill you, right? Alright, 1 damage. Alright, so Pinky, you shot 1.
There we go.
You shot at 1. You hit the shield. 1 threw a rock at you. You got hit in the chest, right? Right, like a rock comes hurling and slams into your chest. It causes you to lose your breath, right? You're like winded from the hit, right? Siri, a rock is thrown in your direction as you threw your axe and missed, right? Over their shield wall. They got a shield wall, right? You're just throwing an axe at them, hoping to do something with it. You missed though. The rock was very effective. The damage is 1, fortunately. So Pinky's wounded
So down
at
to
1.
5.
Yeah, you're at 5. It's a light wound to you, but it's devastating to Pinky. Right.
Right.
Let's see. Right. And then back to choosing your next.
Don't you dare fucking die on me.
Oh yeah, this guy's throwing a rock too.
Like
Throwing at
Pinky.
this guy also needs his attack. He didn't do anything yet. He's got
Oh,
Oh
it.
god.
Okay.
This guy here is
this?
preparing another flaming oil. Yeah.
What?
So he's
Oh.
been preparing that. He
This
got
is
one out.
great.
16.
This is why you keep moving where I'm
So-
going.
That's why I recommended siege weapons in the early on. They're cheap, and the enemy are gonna use them too, right? So once you get to that point, you're gonna start using siege weapons too. Very important. Let's see, 16. Yeah. So that's a hit with the rock. I think it's Siri. Your armor is not enough. You have armor class 5, right? Just a helmet on. So another rock hits you. You take this one deals 1 damage as well. So 1 hit you in the shoulder, 1 hits you in your thigh, right? You're getting
Titty.
bruises everywhere.
Oh.
Maybe next one will. Let's see. Alright, so you got a bruised shoulder, you got a bruised thigh. Pinky's got a bruised nipple, right? Let's see. Alright, next round. Pinky, you got hit by a rock. Do you want to take cover? Do you want to keep firing? Do you want to surrender or something else?
I think I'll move back just a tiny bit
Right.
to where I still can see the top top one.
Yeah, you see these guys clearly. Keep firing?
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah, I mean,
Firefight.
yeah.
And they have a shield wall. These guys like just hiding behind their shields and then grabbing a rock, throwing it over their shield, right? As hard as they can on you.
Am I able to throw this shit and piss at them?
You could,
No.
it might
Yeah,
might
That's
make
a
them
waste
mad.
of a. That's a waste.
You wanna do it? You
Yeah,
wanna
but
try
maybe
it?
it blinds them.
It's quite disgusting.
You never know.
Well,
Is that possible that it blinds them or?
If you get in their eyes somehow. But that's like a 30-foot throw. Can you throw a piece of shit 30 feet? Viably? You'd probably like, break into a million pieces before then, right?
Yeah, but on the other side, how useful is shooting an arrow? Because that's like, I mean, if they have a shield wall, that's.
Is there anything else you might have that might be effective? Let's see. Poor thief. Alright. Not much left you can do. These are very good at climbing to your surfaces, by the way. So you can climb pretty quick, like Assassin's Creed style. That helps. There's not a lot you can do in this situation, though. You can charge the wall, you can try to climb it, but that would be useless, kind of.
I don't think that's a great idea.
Shit, hide in the corner.
Hide in the shit and piss.
I promise to hide in the corner.
Yeah, if you get hit one more time,
is
you're done.
it possible for me to throw a snake at them or no?
You don't have to go run and grab a snake. They're all fighting violently in the corner here. They're at
Let's
war.
not interrupt that.
Let's not fucking do that.
I'll hide in the shit and piss.
Alright, yeah, these are very good
Inside
at hiding. So you step in it, you take over behind
Oh.
Siri, you just kind of crouch down in the shit and piss using her body as cover.
Yeah, you can be my human shield.
She's
Yeah,
a
I'll
lot
be
tougher than
sure,
you,
don't
so you can handle it. Alright, a few rocks shouldn't hurt her too badly. Alright, as he's backing off, right, as the orcs seem to be throwing more rocks and perhaps something else, right, soon to come. Siri, do you want to perhaps cast a spell now or something else?
If I cast my spell, I can hit all of them, right? Because in theory, I could hit the guy behind him as well, right? So it will hit.
You
all
can't
of
see
them.
this one.
As long as you can
This
see
one you
them,
can't
you can
see.
hit them.
You can
I
see these three.
Them, so I can. Oh, okay.
Can't see this one.
Not even the one in the back a little bit.
Due to the height difference and their bodies in the way as well, there's no line of sight in this guy, right? He's too
I
far
wanna
back.
use my sleep spell because if I think that's the only thing we got.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. That might save us. At least it might clear the north flank if Achilles can finish up the south and he can come help you with the north. All right.
Because
Yeah,
if
you're
we
launching
can do that,
sleep.
we can retreat further.
There's one issue though.
Further in, I feel like.
By the way,
Yeah.
there's a big risk here. If you're hit during your cast, it interrupts and goes for nothing. By the way, you have no cover. Right.
How many people can hit me? Is it like a one-time thing?
These
or
three
we
are throwing
rolling,
rocks. These three are throwing rocks. And one is throwing a rock at him, and two are throwing a rock at you. So there's a high chance you're gonna get hit. Unless he becomes your human shield, but he's not willing to do that. You're his human shield right now. If he's a human shield, he'll die. He'll
Okay.
buy you time, but he'll definitely die. Right.
Can Achilles? Or
He's
is it,
busy.
It's not his turn yet,
Yeah.
but-
He might do it on his turn. You know, full rush to protect you, but it'll be up to him on his turn.
Would that be possible in time? Like, does he have time to cover me?
Yeah, you could yell like, you could like back up into him like, Achilles, cover me, right? So, and then maybe he'll back up
Right.
and cover you with his body. He's a human shield.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
so
We'll give it a go.
all right. Bear in mind though, if you're not casting immediately, it's gonna take longer, right? Because casting takes up to 10 seconds. So, the longer you take to start casting it, the longer it's gonna take to go off, right? So if you're backing up into him, waiting for him to get into position, you're not casting yet, right? To cast, you cannot be moving. You cannot be doing anything else but casting. You have to concentrate. So, do you want to just cast it, or do you want to actually back up and take cover first, basically?
No, I want to back up. I want to.
Okay.
I want to back
Get that
up.
cover first. As you're back up and getting that cover, do you have a shield or no? Alright, you
No.
don't. Alright, so at this point, you're just gonna have to rely on. You want to just cover yourself with your spear, like throw a spear back. If you can kill them, if you can kill them before they can throw a rock, you will save yourself a rock being thrown at you. If that makes sense, right? Would you like to attempt that as you back up to Achilles? Like throw your spear into this guy who's about to throw a rock at you. If you manage to kill him before he throws a rock at you,
Yeah.
that's one rock less, right? So,
Yeah, I want to do that.
okay.
I want to do that.
Alright, so as you back up into Achilles, you're throwing your spear into this guy who's closest to you, who's about to throw a rock at you. Pinky's trying to back up into you. Achilles, back to you. You know, as you continue to swing your sword at these two guys, you nearly died a moment ago. A piece of armor just ripped apart on your armpit, leaving you a pretty bad armor scar.
Fate had other plans for me, yes.
But
Um,
you're actually interrupted.
No, Ethan, I will keep the subscription on. It's cheap, I can do that.
Appreciate it, man.
Anyway,
Yeah.
yes, no problem. Anyway, yes, I will start kicking this motherfucker's ass.
What?
Alright,
Wait, you don't get it.
You want to swing your sword at this guy, or you want to?
Wow.
If I go now, he can attack me in the back.
Yeah. Think
Not
about this.
necessarily. Is that possible?
But Siri, if he covers you here, then
So-
who's covering you here, right? So it's a
Yeah, but
really
that's
tough
fine.
situation.
I would.
Yeah, he ignores you.
Fine, I'll take a fucking orders then and go backwards.
Steps back.
Yeah, I want to hide in the corner. Can I hide in the like very corner so he
There's
can't
not enough
hit me?
space yet. There's no space yet. So he's backing up into you. You have to you have to step forward and give him space, right? So it's a lot of push and shove,
Right.
and all that amounts to, an action.
Absolutely
So
fuck all.
basically,
just-
we're gonna start here.
No, I don't.
He swings his sword. He's backing up as he swings his sword and pushing. You guys are just pushing and rubbing up against each other, and one of you has to give way unless one of you wants to be more forceful. So, but you're like pushing. You feel her body. Do you want to push further, or do you want to just hold? And then do you want to push further, or do you want to just hold here? Do either of you want to push more than you
Push
already
me.
pushed?
I'm gonna push him.
Okay, you push him back. So he was backing up. You push back, and he goes into the enemy. Swings his sword, and you're trying to throw that spear. And in the end, this guy threw a rock. Pinky shot his bow. As he was backing up, of course, the guy was just throwing his rock. So Pinky, before you fired, he already threw his rock at you, right? There's a clear line of fire here, so you only have cover if this guy threw a rock at you, maybe, right?
I'm sorry, Peggy.
This might be the
Oh,
end of
no.
Pinky.
Damn it.
Brave thief. He
Really
takes
tell your parents that
takes
you
cover.
died.
You know, you crouch
Wait,
down
it
in
might
the
be a
ship,
miss. Wait, is it a miss at all? Could it be a miss?
and
could be
16. It's a hit.
Nope.
Oh no!
It's not a miss, he's dead.
Yeah, he like sits down or crouches in the poop, right? Like covers his body with his arms. It goes right between his arms and into his face, right? The damage is
No.
2. Yeah, that killed him. If it went negative, it kills him. He went -2, -1. So it went right through his face, right through his eye and out or into his skull somewhere, right? He falls dead in the shit and piss, beneath the head of Telemachus, and this orc laughs like, "Did y'all see that?" Right, in his language, like perfect shot, right? They're so happy. Oink oink oink, right? It's a beautiful day for the orcs, right? So, last week they suffered heavily. This week they are having a joyful time. I mean, they lost 2, but maybe they'll get their revenge, and maybe they'll kill you 3 before you guys cause any more harm to them, right? But no, that's probably not gonna happen.
Yes.
Achilles swings his sword. Let's see how that
Selfish.
went. Nat 20's him. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
The bastard sword deals a D10 in one hand, and it's a -1 in one hand, I think. Let me double check. Bastard sword. List of items. Yeah, because it's meant for 2 hands, but you can still use it in one hand to some effectiveness.
It's a -1 in damage.
Yeah, is that what it says in the rules?
That's what you said.
Oh yeah, probably told you that before. Bastard sword, slow
Okay,
sword.
Truthfully, it's a D8. A D10 is when you use it with 2 hands.
Yeah. All right. Yep. So yeah, you're right. So it'll be a D8 and then a D10 if you have it in 2 hands. So let's see.
But I'm carrying a shield and doing it's 2d8 because it's a d20.
Nat 20'd.
Yeah.
7 damage. Your foe only had
7.
8. Oh wow, he survived it barely.
Oh my god.
Cut him pretty hard.
no.
You nearly killed him, right? He's badly injured, so he might not fight anymore. He might retreat, right? He's badly injured from that hit. He might have actually.
I'll push forward.
He doesn't want to
Just
die.
because
He's
you
been hit
were
pretty hard.
like, mother-
You sliced into him. He's injured bad. As you did that, he stabbed at you with his own spear. Both of them did. Right. Neither hit.
None of them
naturally.
hit.
As that happened, it's time for Siri to take 2 rocks, right? As she tried to throw her spear, but because she was backing up into, she lost the initiative. So before she can really throw her spear or get a good, foothold, rocks came hurling her way. 2 rocks in particular. All right, and
You'll
one is
survive.
one is a hit. Yep, with the bonuses, yeah. She only armor class 5, so she's hit.
He has
damages.
a 5 AC. That shouldn't be.
Yeah, 14 plus 5, 19 hit. All right, 7. So that's a 1 damage then. It's odds. So another hit to Siri. For the remainder of the adventure, Pinky. Unfortunately, we're mid game. Sometimes there can be reinforcements, right? Like you could play as a reinforcement. If there's reinforcement crew to arrive, you can roll up a character mid game and join the adventure again. But for the
I don't think
remainder,
I have any other choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
Alright, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so if you wanna do that, I'll start you at the cave entrance. Maybe if you know how to get to this position, like if you were, it looks like you were paying attention. Only usually offer this to people who actually want to play and actually want to get something done or make progress, right? So you don't just end the game with nothing to show, right? Naturally, even if you lose this game, there's still some things you'll gain out of it, aside from just the basic fun. If these 2 manage to survive, they might, pass on money to your next of kin, right? At the very least, or of course, if aside from that, you did get a kill, so that's experience, and experience translates to more money for your next character. And then
Okay.
aside from that, though, yeah, if you really want to get something out of this still, and you want to keep playing, I can add you to the game again mid game. Would you like to keep playing, or do you want to just call it a night for yourself?
Yeah. Let's keep playing.
All right, yeah. So I can
he
spawn
change
you in.
his class?
Yeah, he'll roll up a new character. We are about 2 hours in now, almost at the end or 2.5 hours in. So we will take a small break. We missed halftime. We're past halftime. So take a
Right.
5-minute break. When you get back, we'll roll up his new character, like an extended halftime break. Roll up his new character, and then we'll resume the combat, right? And hopefully we can survive it. Achilles should be able to survive, right? As long as he doesn't get nat 20'd. And then Siri, hopefully your spell goes off without a hitch, without any trouble. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Take 5.
Alright.
Okay, Gold, we're thinking about what his new class should be. He's thinking, obviously you have more experience with this, he's thinking thief and backstab, but would that be strong enough, or should he go fighter?
Against 4 fucking people, he will have to sneak up against them.
Yeah, Shade, there's also a chance.
Yeah, but I am
you
going
could-
from the back, right?
Shade, there is a chance you
Yeah.
can alert them, and then they will
Uh-huh.
all advance on you, and then you'll die again, and that might not be the best.
Oh,
thing
that's
to do.
great.
Best
Like
case
it?
scenario, always, or worst case scenario, always go with a fighter. A fighter can always use any weapon. You just don't use magic at all.
Okay.
Right. Or he could try and sleep them,
That's-
and then we have 2 sleeps, and you could sleep all 4 of them because you can see all 4 of them. That's the
That's
benefit.
if he get. That's if he's a cleric.
If
and
he's a
even-
cleric.
No, if he's a wish. I don't remember who has that spell.
It's an elf. An elf can do that, as well as a dwarf. No, just an elf.
No, dwarves
Just an elf.
cannot.
Yeah, just an elf. Or what do you think, Shade? Do you want to go fight someone, or do you want to try and sleep them?
That's a good question. I think fighter. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that then. Okay. Yeah. The only downside to this is that we didn't kill 2 of them, so we didn't get the XP for that because they kind of killed themselves. Wait, Shay, didn't you kill one of them in the back?
Did wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
1 XP.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been playing for 3.5 hours, but like, it's besides the point. Yeah, I swear we have. I messaged you at 11. Wait, I can't do maths.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let me show it.
Nice one. Nice one. I hope I literally have a call timer like on my screen right now.
Oh, great. Wait, I'll be right back. I'm gonna be like 2 minutes.
Lana.
Yeah.
My plan is we push in there because they cannot hit us with rocks.
Yeah, I was
That was
thinking
my
that
plan.
too. But then if we push in, then we leave Shade to himself.
Yeah,
Shade
no,
can
then I'm
stay
just
outside.
dead.
Shade, stay outside the dungeon. Stay outside.
Okay, then it doesn't matter what class I take, right?
Yeah, if you want to stay outside and wait and see if we can make any progress, then yeah, go for it. I'm gonna be right back. Hold on.
Alright. Then, yeah, then it's just like up to my interest what class I pick. What do clerics do specifically?
Clerics are basically the priest of this world. You walk around with a holy symbol. Anything that's a demon or undead, you can turn. That's not a spell. That's an ability you have automatically from the start. You get spells after the 2nd level.
That's interesting. What kind of like interactions does like that bring?
What do you mean?
Like, well, what's like the usefulness for being a cleric rather than like other classes?
Let's say you're going to a dungeon with a bunch of undead. If you
So
roll high
specifically
enough
against like undead, is really strong.
and turn demon and stuff. But like,
Okay.
if you roll high, let's say you have 20 undead around you, skeletons, and you roll maximum on cleric. There's a chance that you completely wipe them out.
Ah, okay.
20 kills, just like that.
You know what you could do, Shade? If they advance towards us, right? You could wait until they advance and go down and then push. You know? Because then you'll have a higher ground on them.
Alright. The break is
Is
over.
there
So let's
any?
get back
Oh,
into
sorry.
it. Sorry. yeah, hopefully that was long enough for you guys. Small break.
I have
Discuss
a
your
question.
idea.
Is there like anything like up at the like floor above that I could like throw down on them?
There's the cave ceiling. It's just kind of like sharp stalactites and stalagmites inside right up there. So just little bits of cave wall.
I think there's a pole.
Right.
There was a pole up there, wasn't there?
All right. I talk about like, oh yeah, in level 1, if there's anything you can use to attack them with.
Yeah,
Kind of. What's up, guys?
there
Oh,
is a pole.
one second,
there.
guys. Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah. I'm in the middle of a D&D game.
You want some?
Sure. What's this?
Potato chips?
Okay. Thank you.
Yo, unmute the mic really quick.
Oh yeah.
Yo, what's up, yo?
My friend Huntington, he wants to talk to you.
Hello.
What's
What's
up?
up?
Yo, good luck on your adventure. GG's.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I mean, he's trying to kill us, but
How's it looking so far?
Wait,
not,
what?
not too good right now?
Yeah, they're in a bad spot.
I mean, bad spot, bad spot. One guy's dead, the other one's dying, and the third one is somehow taking on an orc without dying. I had to pay $3 to survive.
Yeah. Bought my subscription.
Hey, if you pay more money, you could survive longer. You know what they say about
This is
people.
beginning to become.
You know what they say about people who can last long.
Oh god. I think you're gonna
Got
scare
sad.
me.
Into gambling.
Yeah, it is gambling.
Genuine gambling at this point.
I mean, that's what it
It's
is.
not gambling. It's basically Overwatch for skins.
Oh,
Only my characters
100%.
don't die.
100%.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Alright. I'll see you guys later.
trying to catch you.
Yeah. No, I wasn't doing it, alright? Trust.
Oh, buddy.
See you guys. Yeah, my friends
fella.
just came over.
Uh.
It's one of my best friends. Alright. Sorry about that. Let's get back into it. We left off with, I think we had some questions before we proceeded, right? Where he would be. So yeah, before we continue, actually, yeah, we're gonna roll up a new character and send him into the dungeon. He's like a solo adventurer that arrived, and you can see a bunch of orcs just hanging out at the ledge of the entrance. So in that case, first thing is you gotta pick a class for your new character.
Right.
Using your options.
Would you mind going through them again?
So first option here is cleric. Then we've got dwarf, all their gear, right? You can see like the gear they start with.
Mhm.
Elf, fighter, halfling, magic user, and thief.
I'll go with
Dwarf.
sure.
What?
Alright.
Why?
Let's go with the dwarf.
What does he own?
An axe,
A
A
hammer?
dwarf.
a hammer,
Yeah.
torches.
No. You sure?
Rock and stone. Yeah.
Alright, let's go for it.
What name would you like?
Thank you.
Think you
Finkelbottom.
Finkelbottom.
Oh my god.
Hit points is random. 1 to 8 for dwarves, though. They have a lot more hit points than men, or normal men, and thieves, of course, which only have 1 to 4. On average, a dwarf has 4 hit points, twice as much. Yours has 3. He's a little below average. It's okay.
Yeah, great.
Alright, you'll be okay. Strength. 10. Pretty good. Intelligence. 10. Wisdom. 9. Alright, everything so far is average. Nothing bad yet. Alright, next dexterity. 12. Constitution, you need at least 9. Alright, we'll have to fix that.
Great.
You need 9 to be a dwarf and adventurer. Without 9, you can't do what all dwarves can do, which is like fight really well and all that. Don't meet the qualifications.
Oh,
Alright,
Oh,
7 charisma. You don't really need
this
that.
is great.
So, we do need to adjust some of your scores so you can even be a dwarf. The only scores that can adjust it are your strength and intelligence. Therefore, technically, you don't have the scores for dwarf. You'll have to change class to fighter, maybe. Would that be alright with you? I'll let you keep the gear, but you have to be a fighter.
Yeah.
If you be a
Yeah,
dwarf, it's fine. You
let's do
could be a
that.
dwarf with 6 con, but you won't be able to do anything that dwarves normally
But,
can do, right? Like fighting skill wise.
Nah.
So fighters they have no requirements. You can have the lowest strength and still be a fighter. The dwarves require at least 9
Okay.
constitution, by the rules at least, per the rules. If they don't, then they don't qualify to do certain skills. Like they're not capable of it yet. So, all right, particularly fighting skills and such. All right. With that,
new items?
yeah, he's got all these items.
No, I kept them right.
You got these, yeah. So, helmet, hand axe, knapsack, and all that. Right here. So, let's see. Yeah, that's it. That's all you get. So, all right. We'll need a new token for your character. For Finkel Bottom. Here. All right. You have to pick one that has a beard. So,
Wait, that one right there.
you want this one?
At the center top.
This one?
Right of that.
Oh, this one.
To the right of that one.
All right.
No, that's up. That one.
Yeah. It doesn't have
Yeah.
a beard, but it's fine because its lower half is covered by.
That's a beard,
male-
right?
Nope, that's a Malcoif.
Oh, it's like chainmail.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
You can have this one though. It's covered, so you technically can't
Technically
tell.
it's
if it
hidden,
does.
so
Yeah.
he could have one.
I didn't see those chainmail.
Yep, chain, armor, coif, chain coif. Alright. So here you are at the entrance, newly arriving, young dwarven veteran. Seeking golden glory. You just arrived here and you see.
Not a dwarf.
Oh no, yeah, you're a fighter. Oh wait, yeah. So you don't need a beard.
Are you calling me short?
No, I just forgot. Actually, I might just give you the fighter class sheet. Actually, yeah, because this is set up for a dwarf.
Yeah.
So let me just grab fighter real quick. Technically, that means you don't have an axe. Then you have a spear and shield as a fighting man, a soldier, right? Medieval soldier.
Do I reroll my stats or do I keep those?
You can keep those, yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Alright. So here's Fingerbottom. You still want to be Fingerbottom or you want to change your name?
Yeah, no, that's a great name.
Alright, Fingerbottom, you arrived at the cave and you see the orcs here, right? Technically, right? Something like. Let me just duplicate this area.
Yeah, just around there.
Yeah, about this.
Yeah, just shove it in there. It's okay.
Actually, I'll just keep it separate. Alright, anyway, you see some orcs here. About 4 orcs, just to give you an idea.
Right.
So you're roughly here in comparison. You've got all of this in the way. This crate, that's about it. But you see, yeah, 4 up there having a good time. One of them, with your rival, one of them is actually throwing. I forgot to finish the round, but he's throwing a flaming oil in there. You see him. You just arrive. You see him throwing a flaming oil. You see all these guys throwing rocks. All 3 of these guys threw rocks. He threw a flaming oil. Right, hurls in there. Particularly, he threw it at this spot here. Right. And that's how
Right.
you
So
get
one
thrown
is like on top and 3 of them are down, right?
in. Mhm.
They're all on top.
They're all on top?
These four are all on top. Right, they're all on the ledge.
Oh, okay.
They would be like here, right? Here's the ledge, right? They'd all be like here, right? Hanging out.
Okay, okay.
Looking over level 2. Okay. So, we've got these guys. We've got their new setup here. Even more light. It's gonna blow up here. And the round, you guys are gonna be in the fire for the round, so you're gonna take 1 damage, right? From the combustion at least. Which you should be able to survive it. But you should step out of it as soon as possible. Alright, so of course, they all threw their shit. Siri, you were backing up into Achilles. Fire explodes around you. There's fire at your feet, right? You can step out of it. I'll let you either step out of it, but you won't be able to throw your spear. So you can step out of it into the water. And it's like very hazy and smoky.
Can I charge inwards? Can I push like me and him into the doorway?
Oh, like back up into him?
Like, can I like push us inwards? Yeah, like in that way.
Push him through. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. In the last moments, right, of the round, you had a spear ready. You were backing up into him, realizing he wasn't backing up. You're on fire now. You turn and start pushing him in. You do 4 doors on him, and this might interrupt his action then. But let's see if you're able to do that. Actually,
No, I'll accept it. I'll just straight up charge him.
He swung his sword on this guy last round. Did he swing yet for this round?
Yeah, he had.
already did,
And then you said that there was a chance that you was gonna roll the dice and he might back
So
off.
you will be able to push him in the following round. You'll turn around and you start pushing him in there. But you both definitely will take 1 damage for this round. So Achilles, you went from
1 damage, fine.
2
I can
points
live
to
with
1.
1 damage.
Yeah. The heat is intense, right?
Yeah,
Your
then you're
armor
1
is
HP.
intense heat,
Whoa.
right? And you feel intense heat at your feet going through your armor, right? You can try to step out of it, right? This guy's injured. He's backing off. This guy's not. He's spearing at you. You turn around. He's in the way. If you push him, he might be pushing this guy. He won't be able to attack. Then he will trip up against him. You still want to push him in this next round, or do you want to do something different?
Is there a chance he can interrupt the guy that's trying to attack him? Like, can they fall on top of each other?
Yeah, grappling's a thing. If they want to get close and personal, they can do that. Use the weapons.
Right.
So just start.
This is about to get close and personal.
No, but I mean, like, if I push him inwards, can he fall on the other guy and then interrupt his action?
Yeah,
too?
yeah, possibly. If his body weight slams
Like
so
a
hard
chain
enough onto him.
reaction.
Like
Or
a
you might
chain
slam
reaction,
him
like I
into his
pushed him
spear.
into the guy and he's surprised almost.
Right, but
Is
he
that
won't just
possible?
stand there. Right, so imagine you push him toward him. This guy would step back and use a spear to skewer him, and it would double the damage possibly. Right, you would push him into the spear,
Oh.
give him a better chance to kill him.
Okay, then I won't push him. I won't
You're on
push him.
fire.
We'll just.
You think about it. You step in the water. You step toward the snakes and centipedes who are fighting, vigorously. You can step toward the west into the piss and shit. It stinks a lot. There's not a lot of options, and you're still being bombarded by rocks, right? And you're at 3 of 6 hit points. And if they all hit this next round, you'll die, or you'll be close to death, right?
Wait, we already rolled for them, didn't we?
We
No,
did.
this is the next round now.
Yeah,
We're in the
one
next
of
round.
them. No, but like before we cut off, their round was that one of them hit me, but one of them didn't.
Yep. So, yeah, and you were in the middle of hesitation, right? That last round, all you did was
Oh, okay.
hesitate. You didn't throw your spear. You backed him to him. You never pushed him in there though. You were just basically hesitating the entire
Okay.
round, right?
I'll move towards the centipedes then.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you move
Attack
into the
me
water.
too.
So you at least
Uh,
get out of the fire and into the hot
yeah.
water, right? The oily hot water. Right. Might be a little better than actually in the fire. So, yeah, you step into it. You have nothing to protect you against rocks. You're just kind of like using your hands to kind of protect your face at least. Putting that thing
Can I use
forward.
my spear?
Yeah, sure. It's not as much coverage as
Yeah.
your hands, but better than nothing, right? You try to like maybe use it to parry a rock or something. Hand and rock, or hand and spear, trying to block the attacks, or you can attack them, right? As you step into the water. Do you want to throw your spear as you step to the water, or do you just want to do a full-on block with your hand and spear?
I'll block.
Right, you just try to block, try to protect yourself this entire round with both hand and spear. Should have a slightly better chance to not get hit then. And Achilles, of course,
Please go inward.
you're just chopping away still, or something else. You're also on in the fire still. You stay in here one more round, you're gonna die. Slash.
Are
Do you want
you
to slash the
talking-
wounded one, or do you want to slash the fresh one?
I want to fucking move in and slash the fresh one.
Alright, you step toward him, he spears at you.
Cool.
Let's see if he hits. He gets initiative. He missed. He swung at him. You missed. So he spears past you. You spear into his shield. This guy here is wounded. I'm gonna make a morale check. Will he keep fighting or will he attack? He keeps fighting, right? Despite the injury, he gives another jab into you as you attack his friend. He misses. Both of them miss against you. Fortunately, both of those rolls were close to a 20, right? It was an 8. But you can see the 20 is like right there.
Yeah, fuck me.
Alright, anyway, Siri, you stepped into the water, out of the fire at least, so you're not burning. You're in hot water that's also oily and on fire to some extent, actually. This is an oil fire.
What?
But it doesn't burn you as quickly as this, right? So if you stay in this water for up to 2 rounds, then you'll start burning, right? So you can, it's
Oh, okay.
not as hot, but you should definitely get out to like maybe that western wall, right?
I
So-
want to go towards the snakes.
Yeah, they're all fighting the centipedes. Let me check out the battle went over here. Giant snakes versus centipedes. Overall, snakes are way more powerful, so most of the centipedes have died at this point. I'd say like at this point, half the centipedes died while one snake is paralyzed. Got bit by a centipede. Centipedes paralyzed their victims. And this guy's just like fighting this one still. He's like soloing him. This one too. Right, this guy's just like moving in. They're trying to finish this guy off. So, all right, yeah, the battle there is going pretty well. You can step toward them, right? Step over the dead ones at least.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, as you're moving in, you're being bombarded by 3 rocks. This guy already did his job. At this point, there's nothing else you can do. Both groups, I'd say, have only up to 2 flaming oils each, so there might be one more over here, right? But that's 20 coppers worth. It's, if they have it, you kill them before they use it again, you might get some free flaming oils, right? So these guys were all equipped with flaming oils, shields, spears, and yeah, the flame oil guys didn't have. They had flaming oil, shield, supplies, and probably the rocks. Yeah, instead of they brought rocks and flaming oil instead of a spear in exchange. Right. Anyway, while that was happening, you're moving here. Rocks come flying at you, and you have armor class 5. They have height bonus. They have close range bonus. Only low rolls will miss. I'm sure this 11 will miss, but these 2 here should hit with the bonuses included. Yeah. So AC 5. These 2 are definitely hits. The 13 and the 14 are hits. The 11, close miss, right? Almost hit. Damage, 1d2 each. Odds is 1. Both are evens, that's 4 damage. So, yikes.
Oh my
There
Not
goes
dead,
you.
she's not dead, she's unconscious.
No,
Oh.
that's it. Death to death blow.
Better
Negative
than
1 hit
nothing.
points.
Oh.
Alright. So, I know you're brand new. I'm not going to ask you. Goal's been here for a while, so I suggest that you might subscribe, but you're not required to subscribe. At this point, it's your first death, and part of OD&D is dying. So, I would say you should accept this first death as your kind of initiation to being a truly old school player. So, then you can play your next of kin. But yeah, series death ends here, or series career ends here.
No.
Fortunately, you banked your money, right? So, that's good to go. But yeah, Siri,
Way to go, Ro. Way to go.
you're struggling here. You never got your sleep off. You made a few mistakes.
No.
You learn from it though, right? She's like messing around the water. She's like, oh, where do I go? Where do I go? And then, fuck, I'm gonna go toward the snakes. And then, boom, right back in the side of the head. Rock goes inside of head.
Yeah.
Rock grows into her chest as wanted by Pinky, right? So, one hits her boob, one hits her chest or head. She falls dead. All right. Let's see. Siri falls dead before these guys. Maybe they are gonna join forces to eat her. I'm not sure. But now
that's
it's
great.
one guy left, right? One heavy fighter left.
I'm still
Surrounded
up in
by
the
pigmen.
back as well.
Oh yeah. If you want,
You
you guys
just
can be a
haven't entered the
reinforcement
fight.
party, right? Maybe you can get revenge. So think about them. You could be joined buy also series next character.
Am I okay?
Get you in
Hear me
first.
out, right? Is it possible to use the staff or the pole to push them all down and maybe like do some damage to them?
If you're strong enough, maybe, and fast
'Cause I
enough,
just
but
like
imagine their reaction, right? Like, are you sneaking enough to even get there? If you were a thief, you might be able to do that, but a strong thief. A fighter charging, were you fast enough to even reach them, or quiet enough, right? A thief definitely would, but a fighter isn't, right? So they would turn around and see you, they would, you know, they wouldn't just stand there and let you shove them into the cliff, right? If there was like one or two, maybe, but that's four, right? That's too much. So, maybe there's collateral, but still, you'd be fast and strong and something, right? Definitely fast and strong to get that effectively done, right? You just shovel them in there. However, it is your turn, and I'm going to say that you're going to combine your turn with since she died. If she wants to continue as a new character, the next
Yeah, I
of
was
kin.
gonna say, can I?
Yeah, you can roll up a quick one.
Can I?
Yep.
Yeah.
That way you can get something out of this, and at least maybe like you two are the squires of the party. I would say you make the story make more sense. They tell you to wait outside, of
Right.
course. Watch the gear, or watch their exit. Realizing the combat began, you saw what was going on, and you try to get in there to save your experience or your mentors, right? The guys who took you in under their leadership, but left you outside, out of the danger. Finkelbottom, right? Going in after his master Pinky, and then, of course, Siri, your next of kin, I guess, right? Your heir that you brought along, your squire, charges in after hearing the battle begin, takes the risk, right? What's your next of kin class gonna be? Elf as well, or something else?
It's gonna be an elf again. Yeah.
Good to go. Makes sense. And the name?
Oh God. Let's just do. Faye.
Faye. Fey.
Yeah, we'll do it like that.
Okay, and
Are you telling me you're fake?
Siri.
2 hit points. Okay. Strength is 6. Intelligence is okay. That's not good. You need at least a 9 intelligence
no.
to be an elf. 6, 7, and 4. This is a very unlucky roll.
Yeah. Great.
Alright. So
Yeah, the
immediately,
actual name is wrong as well. Because
we're gonna have to get you
Obviously
a
it's not
different
Siri.
class. Actually, 11, 5, and 6. 5.
Bro, Siri was such a perfect character.
So maybe she took in an urchin, right? A homeless kid, right? Under her command. At
Oh,
least she's
jeez.
fast. But what's your... You want to be a thief this time? That's like the only viable class for this character.
Do I have to change?
Yeah, your scores can only be rolled once, right? So, but the class can change. So
Can I not stay as an elf with these horrible stats?
you could, but you wouldn't have any of the elf skills. Like you wouldn't be capable of doing what an elf does, typically. When it comes to at least the intelligence-based stuff, I would say, like magic, right? You won't be able to do anything
Oh,
magical.
okay.
That's like the main thing.
Let's go for a thief then.
Sorry, but yeah, that's just how it is.
maybe you can show them all down.
Hopefully.
Perchance into the fire.
At least you can backstab one of them while they're busy tearing apart your party, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
And there's like a backstab, would that be like fully stealthily or like would they notice?
There's a chance they can notice if she does it wrong, but for the most part, if they're busy, they're busy. Yeah, you can backstab.
Okay.
If they're already occupied doing something, then usually you have a super good chance. But if they're not, then they can react usually pretty easily. Alright. In this case, they're pretty darn focused on killing you guys down there. At least that will... Yeah. Alright. So while that was happening, I'll say Fingerbottom and Faye, and maybe we might even get one ready for Achilles. Maybe. Alright, but yeah, so Finkerbottom and Faye arrive. Let's grab a token for Faye. If you see one you like, let me know. I'll stop and grab it. Cannot pick any beard at once because you're an elf.
Stop.
Okay.
Let's go for the girl next to the dwarf with the funky hat.
This one.
That one. Yeah.
And equipment wise,
So there's 2 phase right now.
Faye, there's only one thing you can really equip here. It's your dagger and pole. Is that fine? Or just the dagger?
Wait, you're looking at 2 different inventories because we've got 2 for some reason.
Yeah.
2 phase.
Also, one
Oh,
of
yeah.
them is still named Siri, not Alana.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me... This is the one.
That's fine.
Your
We'll
thief.
just do that. Mhm.
So,
Okay.
you want the dagger? Or...
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll do dagger.
the dagger.
Oh, there's also 2 of me. Oh, Pinky's still there, right?
Am I able to loot the stuff off of my other corpse?
Yeah, that's your master.
Like, anything and everything?
If they
Once
if you win the
we
battle.
get around to it, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you leave everything I've got up there so I can just, like, pick what I want afterwards?
Yeah. If you manage to win this fight.
Okay, thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
Alright. So, this might be our final stand. We are running very low on game time, right? I rarely ever allow reinforcements, but give it to you for this one. Since we got time and you wanna really win this one, so. Faye and Finkelbottom arrive, the squires of our crew, right? Waiting outside. Finkelbottom charges in. I will give your characters the hunger penalty since they start out hungry. So you have a -1 to anything you try to do. But Finkelbottom, as you see the enemy, do you just charge them with spear and stab at them or something else?
So I'm like forced to go before Alana? Or before Faye?
Well, it's simultaneous. You're just telling me what you did before she... You're telling me what you did while she was doing her thing, right? We don't take turns. We take turns talking, but the characters are doing everything at the same time.
Okay, so I was thinking maybe if Faye backstabs the one like further from the ledge,
Yeah.
then I can maybe shove the rest of them in.
Well,
Alright,
I was
so
gonna say also I
Do you
can
want to wait for her to attack
shove
first
them in
before
as
you... Okay, so imagine this is a real combat. Or maybe you're playing a video game. You don't have time, though, to share what you'll do unless they're... unless you're not already in combat, right?
well. Yeah.
So, don't worry about
Mhm.
what she's doing. You can hope that she does that, but if is that the case, you'll tell me that you're just gonna wait and hope she does that, right? Or you can take action and do something, right? And just maybe
Alright.
still hope that.
I'll I think I'll kill the one like at the top there and then hope she shoves the rest of them in actually.
All right, so you can tell it to, right?
And
Like,
they'll be focused on me.
yeah, so because the character can talk, you can say one thing per round, right? Each round is 10 seconds of combat. So as you're charging them, you're like, get the south, I'll get the north, right? So, you charge them
Right.
with
Okay,
spear and
I'll
shield.
I'll charge the one on the north then see if I kill him and then hope she shoves the rest of them while they're distracted like by me.
All right, Faye, you've got your dagger out. What do? You want to try to shove them in or something else?
I wanna shove the middle one in and hope that he falls on the others.
Okay.
Like pushes them all in, you know?
So Finkelbottom, you've got spear and shield, and you're going in for a stab, not a push, right? Let's see.
Yes.
Faye's going for a full body push, right, into them. Since her dagger's kind of useful, I mean, you can assassinate one of them at least if you want. You want to stab one, or do you want to just shove them? Hope for the best.
No, I want to shove the middle one and
Okay.
hope for the best.
Alright, so yeah, shove this guy maybe into that one, right? At least. So, running in there, full sprint, as they're...
And then hope they fall down.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say you guys were able to do that while they're busy bombarding your crew with various things, right? This guy, while that was happening, these threw oil and shit, or rocks and shit during that last round. This guy was actually doing nothing, right? He was a torchbearer who had oil. His oil was already thrown down there, so he was actually the guard. So you charge him there, Finkelbottom, but this guy is already ready for you, right? He's got in his hands a rock and a torch, right? And he sees you running toward him. He's like, "Behind us!" right? And he, in his language, of course, he oinks, right? And he throws a rock at you, as they're all busy, and they'll turn next round to face you guys. But he throws a rock at Finkelbottom at the very least, and he misses. You got a shield.
Great.
Shots are
Okay.
weak against shields, so hits the shield. You charge him, you spear at him. Let's see if you get the kill. Nat 20 to him, double the damage. The hero, Finkelbaum, comes to save the day for 5 damage, and you kill them immediately. The spear goes right through him.
Yes, sir.
Torch light is reduced. Alright, perfect. Perfect timing. Stabbed him dead. Faye charged in there from the shadows, right? Slams against him. It's gonna be an auto hit for sure. I mean, there's no way you can miss that. They're distracted and such. So I'm not gonna make you roll attack, but I will make you roll force doors check to see if you have enough force behind your charge, right, to knock him in. So 2 in 6 chance to do a force doors check. So that means you applied twice your amount of force you were to exert yourself in that very moment. Perfect. All right. Yeah, you exert yourself into this guy. He's pushed forward into this guy, which causes him to be pushed forward. And he's he's pushed forward. He gets a chance to save himself. They don't just automatically lose. They all have a reaction. So as that was all happening, he does have a chance to save himself. So this guy's pushed into this guy. So he's pushed toward the ledge, and he has a chance. There's a 2 in 6 chance that he doesn't fall in. Right. So I would say, or this will be based on his saving throw. He'll take a paralysis check. If he fails it, then of course he wasn't fast enough, right? He didn't react quick enough. So paralysis saving throw versus paralysis. All right, and that is a fail. Yeah, so he fell in, right? So I'm gonna say that's the way to do it.
Do they both get thrown into the fire now?
No, not this guy.
No,
just
just
he got pushed into this
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Right. So he was stopped by this guy, but this guy, tripped up and fell down the pit, right? Like it was full force, so slammed him in and slammed him up against the wall. Like, it was forceful, right? She slammed into this guy, which slammed this guy in, and he grabbed the wall to save himself, but it wasn't enough. Like, he grabbed on it, slipped, and it fell in, right? Crashes down into the pit, right? Hits the deck for 1d6 blunt damage. It can't kill him. It can only injure him. 4 points of subdual damage. He has a total of 8. He's fine, but he's in the fire. So if he ends the round, if he ends the round in there, which he will, because he already used his action for the round, he'll take 1 damage. So total damage is 5. So he's at 3 of 8 hit points left, and he's burning up, injured, right, in a daze, right? Like, what the fuck just happened, right? We got ambushed. They thought they had the advantage, but somehow we had some squires waiting outside ready to back us up. They might save the day.
King and country.
Achilles, right? You're toward the south.
Mm-hmm.
You've got 2 enemies on you, sword and shield on 1 hit point. Right? You want to keep swinging that sword or something else? Withdraw, surrender,
Yes. I wanna
fire behind your back.
hit the fucker who's already hurt.
Right? Keep
Considering the
slashing
fact
this
that
guy.
he's still fighting.
Okay, you swing your heavy sword into him, your bastard sword, as he tries to stab you at close range. Both parties have slow weapons. In this case, we'll roll initiative. You have 1, they have 2.
Oh god.
They're slightly faster as they push you up against the wall and run their spears into you. Do either of them hit? Nope. Very
No.
lucky day. Swing your sword into the sky to your west. Hit. No, wait. Bonuses to strength. That might be a miss, actually. With all his body armor.
That's
+1
a
from
13
strength.
in strength. That's a +1.
Yeah, that's a miss. Okay, 11. It's not enough.
Damn.
You swing on him, he blocks with the shield again. Right, on 1 hit point, you both are like about to die, right? As that
Way to go,
they
man.
continue trading blows.
I ain't dead yet.
Back over here, we've got Faye, right? You just pushed into this guy. He turns around, right? In his hands, he's got a rock and a shield. Oh no, just a rock. And this guy's got a rock and a shield, actually. Yeah. At his feet is his spear, or not at his feet. Slung over his shoulders is his spear. So, but they're turning around. They're getting ready to kill you. You've got 2 threats. This guy's dead. And you got Finkelbottom here to save you. Maybe. Do you just want to give it a stab or something else? There's a chance you can stab him in the back before he react. At least this guy, right, who was busy throwing a rock. So his back is to you. This guy's back is to you. You might be able to stab either of them in the back before they turn around if you're fast enough.
No, I want to hide behind Finkelbottom.
All right,
I wanna
disappear
get
into
out.
the shadows. All right, take cover. Smart
No,
move.
I'm not even risking it.
Yeah, don't.
I
risk
should be closer as well because I just like speared the guy. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
step forward after spearing him. You step forward. She steps back behind you. Takes cover as you start slashing your spear into them or stabbing at them. And it's a 1v2 here, right? So, but they don't have good weapons
Can
at the
I
moment.
can I look at my inventory real quick?
Sure. There you go.
All right, continue.
All right. So what happens here is you step forward. She steps back. They turned around. This guy got a rock in his hand. This guy drops the rock in his hand and reaches for his spear, which is slung over his shoulder. As he pulls his spear free, he does, kind of rip it off and go for a slash, but he will lose the initiative for sure. As you moved in with this guy with your spear, you got initiative automatically because he was busy turning around with his rock in his hand. He had a rock and that's it. He was one of the flamers, right? So he doesn't have very good weapons. But yeah, you just fucking start jabbing into him with your spear. Here's your attack. Nat 20, Tim. Well, that's 2 nat 20s for think about him. He might be a legendary spearman, right? Perfect thrust. Okay.
There.
Pause. But 5 damage. Let's see. His hit points are kill. Right. You speared him off the
4. Good shit.
Alright, so you spear, pull out really fast, and he crashes into the fire, dead. This guy here is burning up, crawling out of the flames. This guy here turns around, lashing his spear at you. Does he kill you? Oh, shit.
Yes.
Oh,
He
no.
does.
That
Great.
didn't last long. 3 damage to our finger.
Can you stop rolling 20s, man?
You took exactly 3 damage. You suffer a battle scar. You're not actually dead yet, because you didn't go to negatives yet in our game.
Okay.
Negatives is dead.
Oh, perfect.
You're
Okay.
instead dying. You're on death's door. We're gonna roll a saving throw. If you pass it, you're
Bandages.
conscious still. You keep fighting, but at a penalty. If you fail, you fall unconscious, right, and you look dead. You might,
Yeah,
use
watch
something.
me get this roll.
All right, but you're definitely dying either way, right? You're bleeding out, right?
Okay. All right.
Pass. All right, you need a 12 minimum for a fighter, so saving throw is death. That means you're still conscious. You get slashed,
Okay.
right? There's a, let's see where you got hit. You're bleeding out somewhere. It's in your chest area. So he stabbed your, we'll say, gut, and blood is spurting out of your gut. There's a hole in your gut now, right? So that's going to take some time to heal. But yeah, blood is spurting out of your gut. You're on your knees. You can't really fight effectively, but you keep fighting if you want at a huge penalty.
Right.
And then Faye, if you want,
Can
while
I
that
just,
happened,
like...
you could go in. You could
Oh.
have gone in for that flank, right? Stepped back and then step back forward, or you step back and then move in for a
Yeah.
second. Let him
Yeah.
take the hits, right? So you stepped back and then moved in. So he got his spear in his gut. You ran your dagger into the flank, right? And did you save him? No, you didn't. He saw you coming. He just bitch slaps you out of the way, right?
What?
Damn.
Damn.
Like you should do to whip. Nah.
All right.
Way to go.
Alright.
Way to go.
Let's see. I mean, that's what the orcs do. They're bullies in the description. That's what it says, right? So, all right. Achilles, back to you. 1v2, right? Still alive, still kicking somehow. Legendary battle, fire against your back. 2 enemies left. Keep
Yeah.
slashing or something else.
I'm gonna keep slashing at that one motherfucker who's somehow still alive.
Yeah, 1 and 1. Oh my
Uh,
god, nat 1.
I would like to say you made a mistake, Egan. You made a mistake.
What's that?
Spear against long bastard sword.
It's simultaneous, or let's check the initiative at least. Your initiative is 1. His initiative is 3. So
Great.
Before
this
you
is
get to
going
that
great
one.
for you, man.
he got a 4 and missed. The other one got a 6.
4.
They all missed, but your sword gets stuck in his shield. Right? Sword stuck in the shield, maybe you'll take out a different weapon now. Right? Do you have a sidearm? Otherwise, you'll take 1 round
I have a spear.
to free your sword. So as soon as your sword gets caught, you can grab at your spear and slash, right? Like rip it off your shoulder and start slashing into them. Spear versus spear, pretty much at that point.
Yeah.
Or you can try to break your sword free
Yeah.
of the shield. What would you like to do?
Nah, we'll go with spear instead.
Okay. Alright. As your sword gets stuck, you're like,
This
fuck it.
fucking
Rip your
wind.
spear out, your classic weapon, right? The original Achilles weapon, right?
OG. Yeah.
Alright. We'll
Time
save
to
it.
make the legend real.
Yeah. Back to so while that happened, and they both missed, right? Did we roll it? Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Okay, they both missed. Fingerbottom, back to you and Faye. You're dying, right? You're about to die. He just slapped Faye, right? You're no longer really a threat, but you're still alive. You're still conscious. So he might finish you off, go for the fatality, or he might go for Faye. Right? You're not sure, but you want to keep stabbing? You want to back off? You back off, you'll probably go for Faye, right? But if you keep stabbing, you'll probably
Am I
finish
able-
you off.
Am I able to like throw my spear at him, or
You're
like
still in
am I
range.
just
You
like
keep stabbing.
too damaged?
No, you don't have to
Stab it.
throw it. You can literally keep stabbing it. Your spear's still in your hand. You're just on your knees, right? You can still throw
Am I able
stuff.
to move back first and then throw it, or is that
Yeah, you can
not,
do that.
like-
You can back off and then throw it. Is that what you want? And then he'll go for her. right?
Yeah, let's
Like
do that.
So you're wounded.
You got
kinda,
it, Alana.
throw yourself back,
I got it.
and I'm actually gonna roll just randomly who's his target gonna be. Faye, are you running out of here? If you leave, he's the target, right?
No,
You move into stab.
no, I'm not leaving. Yep.
All right.
I'm going in for it.
Now you don't get any bonuses here because not a backstab. Is that fine? All right. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
a
that's
straight
fine.
on attack,
That's fine.
right? So he would have the advantage, right? Because he's more skilled, for sure. All right. So you step forward with a dagger. He's got his spear. He tries to slash it at you as you step forward, and then finger bottom stepping back, about to throw it. And before you can even get close enough, he has initiative because the spear has more reach, right? So you step toward him, he stabs at you first.
Yeah.
Right. You're actually a major threat to him. So he slashes at you.
Do I need a?
Miss. All right. You survived it.
Okay, that's good.
You get close enough to your dagger. You stab at him with the dagger. You miss as well, right? You stab.
Oh my god.
He kind of just slaps your.
Way
hand
to
out of the way.
go!
And then Finkelbottom throws a spear, right, from the ground. He has a huge penalty to the throw, though, right? First of all, he's on the ground, -1, -4 because he's wounded badly, -5 total, +1 because close range, so we're at 4 again. So -4 penalty total. But if you get the nat 20, it doesn't even matter.
So you need a 15. Or
17
plus.
-4, 13. The enemy's
Okay.
flank is exposed. This is also a flank, so actually we're at 15 now. Armor class of the enemy is armor class 6, but then with armor it's 4. Shields not, or his shield hand is actually facing you. So yeah, because his shield hand's to the left. So due to the shield, you actually hit the shield, but you disable it. The spear's in the shield, and now the shield's slower and cumbersome, right? Because there's a spear in it. It's 5 pounds extra weight, and also very heavy to that arm, causing it to be cumbersome, right? So you got a spear in the shield, right? So now that shield is slow, and you can't really properly block with it anymore, right? Or it's just a lot slower to block with. So still provides the same protection, right? Just more weight on him, pretty much, on that shield. So slower in combat, loses initiative. Can't really parry too well. All right, Faye. All right, back to Achilles actually. Achilles, you want to just keep slashing away with the spear or something else this next round?
Yeah.
Okay, so you rip that spear off. Initiative first, yeah.
Really switching
Spear
it up
versus
here.
spear. 3 versus 6, they have the initiative this time. Before, as you rip that spear off and prepare to slash, they already have their spears ready, and they thrust into you. And let's see if either of them hit. Alright, thank goodness.
None.
Alright,
No.
here comes your own attack.
Thank fucking Christ. Yeah.
With a plus
12.
1, 13.
That's
this
a
guy.
13.
He has body armor class 6, but plus -2. That's 4 with body armor and shield, or in helm. The shield equipped, armor class 3. Yeah, so you missed. Yeah, the armor's too good. So
Fuck.
another miss for you. So it's just a bunch of misses here. Let's see. Back over here, Faye, you want to keep stabbing at this guy or something else? You're
I have a
unarmored. He's
question.
armored.
Can I?
You wanna
Is
push
this
him?
counted as 2 actions if I grab his shield arm to pull him forward and stab at the same time? Would that be like 2
No,
actions? or
That's
would that count
actually
as
possible.
one?
You can use your offhand to do that. Right. So offhand will pull the shield as
So
the other
can
hand
I?
stabs.
Yeah.
One
I
will
want to
go
try and
first.
off balance him.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. You can
Alright.
basically pull the shield out of the way with one hand, right, and stab him with the other, as he tries to stab you with the spear. So as
Can
that
I like
happens,
drag him forward?
yeah, sure. Yeah, you try to grab his shield. It's considered a grapple. So you just gotta act faster. If you act faster, you can pull that shield out of the way, right, and then possibly have a better chance to hit. But he's also gonna have a better chance to hit you too, right? You'll be more open. So it's like
Right.
both sides slower defense, right? At the
Mhm.
and both sides increase attack. Think about him. You threw your spear, right? You hit the shield. The shield's slowed by your spear, but now you're disarmed. The only other weapon you got is your hunting sling, which you use stones to shoot. So if you want, you can grab that and start shooting rocks at it. You wanna do that?
Am I able to throw the hand axe that's like right next to me?
Oh yeah, you can do that too. You want to just grab that and just chuck it at him?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Quickly rearm yourself.
I think that might be better.
Alright, you're grabbing that hand axe, you're about to chuck it toward him. While that's happening, Faye, you reach out a shield, he tries to stab you. We're gonna roll initiative here. Your initiative is 5, his initiative is 6. Before you can even grab his shield, he
Oh,
stabbed
wow.
you. Beat you by 1 point. Do you have a bonus?
That's just great.
You don't have a bonus, alright. So yeah. Here's his attack.
Aw.
Missed. Before he could stab you, or he stabs at you, you're able to grab the shaft of the spear and pull it or push it as you pull on his shield. And you're gonna do you have your hand on it at the very least, but you gotta be stronger than him. So for Shirley, you need a force check then to rip it out of his hand, right? Alright. You weren't able to exert more force than he's able to exert, so it's a struggle. So all you're able to do is kind of lower it, but you're not able to take it out of his hand. So you're able to control it to some extent, or at least keep your hand on there.
Still not a hit, so that's
Yeah.
good.
But then you go in for your own stab, right? So as you go in for your stab with the other hand, right? So left hand you grab the shield, other hand you go for a stab, and he's trying to block. So that shield. So as you're holding onto it, you're not able to have control over the shield. Your hand's still on there. So next round you can try to keep trying to force it out. You don't have to attack it because your hand's still on it. But he's gonna still use that shield to protect himself. So he's moving you around as you're trying to go for a stab, right? So still use that shield. As he moves it, it is cumbersome because there's a spear in it. So therefore, there's a chance that there's still a good chance that you're able to stab him before he can block with the shield, due to the fact that it's cumbersome, right? Otherwise, he would have been able to easily block. But because there's a spear in it, you have a chance to stab him before he can block. So here's your attack. Or actually, here's the initiative first. So he bought you a chance basically. Yep, your initiative is 5. His initiative is 3. Before he could actually block and actually have a bonus to armor class, you got past the shield and you stab without a penalty there. Hit. The dagger deals 1d4, 4 damage maximum, and he has a total of 1 hit point. Kill.
Yes.
He was a weak one, a young orc.
There we go.
After a lot of struggling, you finally shiv him, right? Grab the shield, he tried to move you around, but you were faster. You got it in his throat. He's dead. The battle's over, it looks like, or it's about to be. The north is clear. There's fire everywhere. Looks disastrous. We can hear
Maybe one day Khalees will kill the other guy.
This guy's wounded. You can rush to aid him. He's bleeding out. Oh yeah, I forgot to
Is there
check.
anything I can do?
When it comes to a gut bleed, you need bandages. You bleed out every 2 rounds. You have to make a saving throw. Otherwise, you die from bleeding. I think. Let me double check.
Something I
Are
have.
you able to
I
go
have
down to your other
bandages.
body? Yeah.
Yeah,
By the
I
time
have
you get to him, he
bandages.
might
Everything
actually
else
be dead.
on fire.
Yeah, because
Huh?
he rolled a 6 for a saving throw. So let me double check the house rules on bleeding. Alright, death.
Is there anything I can do to slow it down? Maybe
Let's
some of my
Pressure.
own clothes?
see. Possibly. It might be a back of bandage if you're fast enough. But the thing is, so much time has passed. Yeah, so body shots, it's every other round you gotta make a save, right? So he made a save this round, but you were busy killing that orc this round, right? So it's every other round, so he makes a save. So, he fell. It'd be every 2 rounds he has to make a saving throw. So he made 1 save, right? The initial one he made
Right.
meant that he was dying. And that was 2 rounds ago now. Or actually, so he got stabbed, he fell, he threw his spear, missed, he's now grabbing the axe this round. So basically, yeah, this is the round that he would make the save. So yeah, it might be too late for him. Unless he was able to stop the bleeding himself, right? Think about him. Fighters level 1, brand new, don't have much that they can do to stop their own bleeding. There's a hole in you.
Where was the shot? Like on me? Or was
It's
the
in your
wound?
gut,
Your gut.
like your intestines.
My gut.
It's a hole.
Okay.
You get your hand on there trying to slow it down. Maybe that's about it. But you were.
Can I
grabbing
maybe
the
like
axe.
put the belt over it?
It's in your gut. By the time you pull that belt and start tying it, you'll bleed out, right? So thing is, like, it's this round that you got a 6, and that means you're dying this round. If she chose to tend to you in this round instead of fight the orc, she could have saved you, but she was busy fighting the orc, so you're dead.
Oh.
So yeah, you get to
Wait,
the
so I'm
brave
just
thing
dead?
bottom.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a 6 here. It's already rolled. By the time you get to poor Fingerbottom, our hero, right? Brave spearman Fingerbottom, he already bled out to death, right? It's a cruel world. He got nothing out of it. You know.
Damn, I went through
Oh.
2 characters, bro.
Yeah.
Help me!
All right.
I'm stuck
try.
down here with
Achilles,
two ugly bastards.
surrounded by the enemy still. With all this ruckus and noise, we do have to make another encounter check.
Oh my god.
All right.
No.
Clear still for now, right?
That's an encounter.
It's a 1 in 6 chance, so we're clear.
Yeah.
We're in the clear at the moment. So despite this whole minute of constant combat, it's been quite some time since the battle began. Nothing else has arrived at the scene. These guys are chilling now, right? It died down.
Right.
This fire's going out. Or it has gone out now. This guy's crawled out and is badly injured, right? To some extent. He sees, of course, Achilles. Achilles
And
trying
a
to get
giant
these two.
fire in between us.
You told these guys to surrender earlier, but they outnumbered you. They reacted negative, or they reacted within their morale, so they didn't break down. Or no, that's a reaction check. They reacted hostile too, so not in favor. But now they're asking you to surrender, right? As you keep slashing your sword at them, they're telling you,
My spear.
they say in
Wait, if you
rough English,
surrender,
right? They don't know
why-
your language, but they know like a few words at least. 25% of orcs know a little bit. So one of them says, in
They
the
want
comments-
me to surrender.
Yeah, they say,
What do they think I am? A fucking cop? Nah.
yeah, you.
Wait, I have a question. What does it mean to surrender? Like, do they kill you straight away, or
No.
is it...
They'll probably capture
Oh.
you and do horrible
No
things.
surrender. I got the guy in the back. All right.
So Achilles, you want to keep swinging the sword or something else? You want to retreat, attack?
Yeah, I'll keep attacking. The fire is still in between me and the other guy.
Yeah.
I'll just keep attacking the injured one.
This should be going out soon. It's 2 to 8 rounds of burning, so yeah, it should be gone in a couple more rounds. Okay.
Two
you
more
keep
rounds, I believe.
yeah,
3.
2 more, 2 or 3, yeah, something like that. You keep slashing
Attack
away.
that one motherfucker who's still alive.
So nat 20 finally from you.
Natural 20! die.
Let me check the initiative. Your initiative was 5. The initiative was 6. So before you got the nat 20,
my-
they had a chance to kill you. Neither of them killed you.
They don't.
You actually finally
Okay.
took this guy down.
Thank God.
For a total of wrong damage dice, it's gonna be D8s, right? So
He's... Yeah.
2 damage, right? Perfect.
Damn.
Finally
He's
cut him
dead.
down. And back to Faye, as you finally finish this, bastard out or kill him, right? Get this guy just resting, injured. Faye, you're up here. You found Finkerbottom was dead. The battle continues. You hear, shouts and grunts to the south. You're like, yeah, what are you trying to do from here at this point? Recover Finkerbottom?
Can I
drive
see
him
my
out?
inventory? No,
Sure.
can I see my inventory?
You can loot him.
Okay. If I pick up the sling, what can I in my inventory throw with the sling?
Stone.
Stones. He's got
I don't have any
stones.
stones. Is that?
You can loot my body.
But would that not be an action point by then?
Yeah, it'd be your action to loot him. Like you would, one hand you're
And
ripping off his.
I can't move forward at all. No.
No, you'd be busy. It's 10 seconds, right?
Okay. Can I grab the sling and the stones?
So you take out or you take off his pouch, which has the stones. You take his sling, which is also on his belt. You're basically looting him for this round, right?
Yeah.
Back to Achilles. You got one enemy left. He's gonna make a morale check. Fail, right? Just as soon as you cut this guy down, he took a step back, right? Finally, do you want to pursue him or do you want to let him go?
I'll fucking pursue this motherfucker.
No. Wait.
Chase him. He moves into the dark. You move up to him. While you cut that one down, right? You chase him. We're gonna roll initiative here, right? As he tries to back off. Is he able to back off faster than you're able to charge him? Your initiative
Or
is
stream.
5. His initiative is 1.
5.
Before he can fully back off, so he was backing off, but you try to slash him right before he could back off fully, right? So here comes your swing.
Yeah.
Hit. Before he could
19. Let's
split him
fucking
for
go.
7 damage. Right.
7.
Plus
Oh.
1, right, from your strength. And you cut him down.
Hey.
Nice.
Victory is yours. Achilles finally kills these guys off. The fire here starts to die off, right? And you got 1 orc left.
Turn to face the other fucker.
Alright, he's got a morale check too as well. This morale is within tall, or he passes, so he charges you in anger, right? Like oink oink oink, you will pay, right? But he moves into the shit and piss. Saving throw versus traps,
slide.
triggers it, and it actually slips in the shit and piss.
Nice.
Yes.
You can attack him.
I'm gonna fucking execute him.
Yep. You hit him.
Chop his head off and put him next to whatever his name was.
He's dead, right?
Pinky.
He looks up at
Oh,
you.
nice.
You hack his head off, right? His head goes.
I would
flying
like
to
to
the wall.
take the last firebomb. The fire thing. The firebomb. There was a firebomb down there.
Yeah, there was
The unused firebomb.
there was two down here because neither of them were used, right?
I'll
You
take
got two.
both of them.
Right. Quickly grab
And
those.
I'll take up one of the torches.
All right, victory is ours.
You know, maybe kill the snakes and centipedes and whatever.
That is
Oh, they
exactly
don't.
what I'm gonna do.
Ah,
Yeah.
there we
There.
go.
Right. So we do have to wrap this up because we are low on time, very low. We were over time for sure. I have to head to bed.
Yeah.
So to wrap the story though, I'm gonna say Faye mourns the loss of Finkelbaum, loots him up, comes back, sees what's going on, right? Gets orders from the master Achilles, right? Who's left in charge of the company after everyone was slaughtered. Achilles get in there, right? You can set these guys on fire and blow them to little bits with your flaming oil if you're willing to do that, right?
Yeah.
One on the snake, one on the centipede. Nowhere to go. He's snaking around, burning up, melting. Let that cool off. Hopefully nothing arrives, right? While that's burning, of course, and cooking, you go around, hack off their heads, hack off their heads. When it comes to these guys' loot, guess you will try to drive them out of here, but you can't carry
I'll
them
take my
back.
bow back and my arrows. And get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
Can I take Siri stuff?
Yeah,
Because
so Faye,
no.
you can loot Siri. Achilles,
Yeah.
you can get what you need from Pinky. And then guess everything else you'll have to just leave to the dungeon unless you want to drag it outside, and maybe you can loot it
No,
later.
let's just get the fuck out of here.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'll
Faye,
take it.
Looting
let's
all of
say
that.
You guys really don't want to explore further?
No.
you'll loot up
Funny.
here. We'll just grab all this loot right here. You can throw other things
Yeah.
away later, but yeah, you just take this entire pile of loot onto you.
Okay.
And you can get rid of the
Are we
explosives.
splitting the heads? Achilles, are we splitting heads?
Let's just split the money when we get back.
Yeah, that's what I mean, split the money evenly, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
And
Alright,
if the
so
let's hear how much it is if we figure that out.
Achilles,
how
you
many,
got
is
your bow
there?
back.
1, 2, 3, 4. And then another
There's-
4, so 8,
there's-
and then...
4 down there, there's 4 there, that's 8 total of oak. We have
And
2
then 2
snake heads and
snakes.
5 centipedes if I have that.
All right.
Oh,
So
jeez,
if we had a
okay.
wagon, if you guys, that might be your next thing. So you can actually start to increase the amount that you can actually loot. Right, your loot capacity is based on the storage you
Yeah.
bring. Right. So eventually you're gonna want to get wagons. Right. So you can load up all their
Yeah,
weapons
next
and
time.
armor and all that, so you can sell it off, salvage what you can. You'll make more profit that way.
Yeah, but
Because right now, that's what
we'll
you can
just
make
take the
is you can carry.
heads.
You'll take all the heads you can carry, right? So that's a lot of heads. You'll take the heads of all
Yeah.
the
I
orcs.
have-
So that's gonna be 4 or, let's see, yeah, 8 orc heads total. Looks like. You'll take the centipedes. They actually are valid for the entire body, so you have to take those.
Mhm.
The snakes, you just need their giant heads and the poison gland to make a good profit from that. So you'll hack those
Oh, there's
off.
6 centipedes. There's
There's,
6
there's another one.
Oh, yeah.
There's a centipede down there, yeah.
Appreciate. This thing blows up, right? It's fungus. You keep your distance from the spores. As it burned and cooked away, melted, right? You let this in flaming oil with intense fire and heat, oil fire, right? Burns that thing, explodes in dust and very poisonous. It causes paralysis actually. It's like, yeah, it's horrible. You drag their corpse out of the way so it wouldn't be messed up. But because Faye was busy looting her. If you want, also, I would say you guys will at least be able to carry their bodies out so you can bury them outside the dungeon, right? So just
Oh, yeah.
because you won. I mean, you would have to leave them behind if you lost, right? But you won this one. You can give them a proper burial, right? Naturally, their gear, you can stockpile what's left. not far from their graves, or you can bury it with them so they can have it in their afterlife, maybe.
Can you get rid of one of my bracelets and put it on Siri's grave, quote
Sure.
unquote?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Bear that in mind. We'll put it back in the inventory and understand that she got buried with it. So,
Yeah.
I guess we'll bury her with her clothing too, not butt naked.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right.
Now we'll bury
Let
her
her
naked.
Let her go have some modesty even in death.
Right.
Can I keep the knapsack?
Yeah.
So I have two, because I think that'll come in handy with carrying a bunch of things.
Yeah, you don't have to give her that. She's dead, so that's not part of
Yeah.
clothing. We'll just grab this clothes right here. Count for it. Yeah, that should be everything. So there's clothes and the flower. Let's go back to our sheet. Items, honor corpse, and the bracelet. There it is. Okay. Alright, so Siri gets buried. Status: buried at east entry. Alright, yeah. Buried east. Or, no. Buried near cave east down. Okay. Alright, so naturally, Faye buried her, so Faye will know where her grave is, naturally. But you buried her somewhere near the cave of
Yeah.
east of down. With this. Okay. This is banked copper, which you'll be able to inherit. Is Faye the heir of Siri, or someone else going to be?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
She's a cousin.
And
Yeah, she's a... No, she's...
the adopted daughter?
sister.
Sister? Yeah.
Adopted sister.
Alright.
Because it's the same timeline, so it'd be a bit weird. My girl was only 21.
Okay. Yeah. 210.
Yeah, but still. No love interest.
Heir of Siri, who finally passed. And by the way, the goal in the game is not to keep adventure until you die. The goal of the game also is to see your characters off to a happy ending, right? Like, I mean, there's bad endings there's only bad endings if you keep playing, naturally, because everyone's bound to die at some point. So if you want to see your character have a good ending, you have to stop playing as that character. Sadly enough, like, yeah, although you might want to keep playing as them, if you want them to have a good life, you have to stop playing them. With, of course, a lot of money, right? So the more money you stop playing that character with, they can retire with, they'll have a better life, and they'll become NPCs in the world, right? That other people might interact with.
Right.
So, but yeah, there's only bad endings for characters that you play. If you don't play them, there's good endings if they have money. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So.
Then I probably will, like, next time retire her, but not anytime soon.
Yeah. So when Faye gets up there at some point, she makes it far, then give her a break. You can always bring characters out of retirement too.
Yeah.
That's what Idle
I'm
does.
thinking giving her a break, but maybe connecting a character to her new loot, so she can take the old loot,
Yeah.
like the old copper,
Pass on gear.
and
make
then
available to
my new
Frodo.
character can have some of this loot.
Yep.
You know.
Exactly.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, that'll work.
Let's see. So Siri, or Faye, is heir of Siri, which has been annotated, and I've got to write this down. Oh wait, no. Yeah. Right here. So Siri, notes. That way, everything's tracked. Heir is Faye. Okay, that's good. All looks good here. Status buried. Also got to write killed. Yeah, so that will be done for her. Same with the other characters of House. I know you're branded to the crew. Sadly, you lost 2 characters in the same game. But it was close. Without you, for surely, probably would have lost a lot more. So, probably would have lost Achilles and Faye. So you died a hero.
What are you
think
talking
about-
about? I could have taken
Rest
them
in
all
peace,
off.
think about him.
How much XP did we get out of this exactly? That's what I'm also curious about.
We'll find out soon enough. Let's see. Finger bottom of Pinky
Oh, okay.
will be buried. They didn't have much, so I would say it's not really important to annotate their gear anywhere. I guess they'll just be buried with their gear. To make it simple, if you want, you can
Yeah, they'll be
dig out
buried
the
with
grays
gear.
if you really want their, basically valueless gear. They didn't really have anything valuable, so buried Pinky and finger bottom. Let me annotate this real quick so we don't forget. Notes. Yeah, I'll just copy paste this actually. Killed by orcs, buried near the cave east of Down. Alright, we'll say, yeah, they were just all buried by Faye, I guess, as the kids is busy looting and sorting the loot out. Okay. Alright, and if these guys are done, she's done. Loot wise, yeah. 8 orcs, 6 centipedes, 2 spitting cobras. Let's see. Charred fungal remains. Here. And rotting orc remains. That's just scattered throughout the chamber, so just annotate that.
Should have known it wasn't gonna end well when the shit and piss exploded in my face.
We should have never touched it. We should have never touched the shit pigs.
Yeah.
We survived the trap.
We did. But then all of this happened because of the shit pigs.
Yeah, it did.
The sound set off everything.
The sound of exploding turds and piss water. Okay.
I'm glad the snakes dealt with the centipedes though, because that would have been a whole thing in itself. If I got paralyzed, imagine we all got paralyzed by 6 different centipedes.
Tough. Alright, fortunately they were
That would've
not
been
all
awful.
teammates, right?
I would have
These guys
beaten
were
that.
definitely neutral, and these guys were chaotic. Alright, so we weren't stupid.
Yeah.
We didn't mess with the bugs. Alright, we killed them at the end though. Fried their bits. Actually,
Oh, by
now
the
you
way.
set them on fire, there's nothing salvageable anymore. That's right. So you dealt with them, but they're all burnt to
What?
a crisp. Right, they're melted. So there's
Yeah.
nothing to prove. So you get the XP for it, but you don't get any loot.
EXP.
These guys are cooked.
Yeah.
You get no. You get XP, but you get no loot from that if you melt them. It's an
That's
easy win,
fine.
but you don't get XP. You ain't-
I was about to say you
charged
should get
them.
XP because he was the
Yeah,
one that
killed
burnt
it.
them.
XP is more important to me than gold.
This guy.
Also, how are centipedes carrying gold?
Nah, I didn't have any.
Yeah,
treasure.
no, we sell them for gold.
Oh fuck yeah! This
Oh,
actually does. My
right.
notes here. You don't see it on your screen, but in my notes, that fungal remain actually was a layer to the centipedes, and it has treasure actually.
Ah,
Oh, shit.
okay.
So you clear the layer, so you get the
We
treasure.
got treasure. Oh shit!
That's
Oh, we
bonus.
got treasure? Oh, nice.
Yeah, because like centipedes,
Hell yeah.
that's the layer. You guys.
So it might have been worth it in the end.
It definitely was worth it.
So I mistakenly discovered treasure by killing everything.
Yeah, that's your
Just
job.
exploding the entire place.
Let's see, centipedes, treasure type, nil. Alright, so unguarded treasure. Trove. By the rules, that's a level 2 treasure hoard. By default, it's at least 1d12 coppers worth times 1,000. So, or 100, I mean. So,
D12 times
Times
1,000.
100.
1,000.
It's coppers worth.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Pieces of, we'll say, we'll go with they not copper here particularly, but precious gemstones in the wall, right, at the same value.
Right.
Nothing unique. It's just a a wall of it. So they're not different kinds. If they're different kinds, I have to roll the different values for each gem, but they're all the same kind of gem. So pieces of gem, which aren't freely lootable, by the way. Like, you discover them, but you have to mine them. So you have to come back with a pickaxe or a crew that has time to.
There's a
mine them.
pickaxe.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, someone has a pickaxe. Someone does have a
Yeah,
pickaxe.
that'll be for
It
next
was
time.
It was
'Cause
Pinky.
that would
It was
entail
Pinky.
encounters to mine it out, by the way. So
Huh?
if you want to mine it, right, there would be encounters, right, monsters. So can't loot it right
We
now.
don't got. We ain't got time for that.
Nah.
We'll just
We'll
get back
annotate it.
later.
So
I'll just
Yeah,
get back.
yeah. We'll
Alright.
go later.
So for Shirley, when it comes to gems, there's 1,000 coppers worth of gems here. 1,000.
Oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ!
That's the value.
Oh my.
I'm gonna say that each gem is worth they're silver pieces worth of gems. So there's 100 1 SP value gems, 1 SP value gems, 100 gems, each worth 1 silver piece, right? Growing on that wall. Let me check if there's anything else. Percentile roll for any other thing.
Jesus Christ!
Alright, there's actually some larger gems too. Large gems. Each of these will be
Oh.
worth a gold, and there's this many. There's 300.
300 gold.
Oh no, that's silver piece. I mean, so it's 30
No,
gold.
300.
So this will be considered 1d6 times, 100 silvers. So that'd be 300 silvers is 30 gold. I think. Let me double check the math real quick.
Oh my.
Deacon, you are gonna hold a session tonight, right? Or tomorrow in the morning?
Well, it's nighttime for me. I got work tomorrow, so after work possibly. And if your crew is available to finish the job, right?
What time is that gonna be?
All right, since 26 is 100,
Roughly.
and it's gonna be silver, so it's 300 silvers. It's 30 gold. So, yeah. So it'd be
Okay.
30 1 GP gems, right? That's really valuable. That's 30 XP right there, sitting there. So 30 gems, each worth 1 GP,
We're so fucking going back here.
We are.
growing on the wall.
We're
Right.
so going back.
This is level
Wait,
2,
but what
by the way.
time?
That's why it's so good. If you were on level 1, it wouldn't be this good. Probably
Right.
around the same time as today. If I do get off work early enough, I can do this again. It's 10:41
So
p.m. for me right now.
11 a.m.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever time we
11
started
a.m.
today would be around.
All
the
right,
time
I'm
we
setting
started tomorrow.
I'm setting alarms. I'm
Tight.
setting so many
It's-
alarms.
I'm so setting alarms.
Get that pile of gems.
Shade, come back for this.
What's up?
You better
Sorry,
be
what
back
time
for
was
this.
it?
Gems.
11
gems.
a.m.
11
UK time.
tomorrow.
That's
So
gems.
12.
Alright, that's
Whenever
it.
you started.
So that's
What
huge.
time did
With
we
that amount of
start?
money, you definitely can maybe get some level ups
Like
possibly,
12.
or at least, yeah, that's a huge pile right there. So this is worth about 30 plus 100 of these, which is about 10. So that's 40 gold pile right there, right? That's a 40 gold pile of loot that needs to be mined. So that was covered by the fungus.
Okay.
So it's been melted by.
You know what we need to do? We need to get a wagon and a horse for next time.
I have money.
And you
Don't
might also
worry.
want to get upgrades
Yeah,
to your
okay.
kit, right? Siege weapons and all that. You might also stop playing as your current character since you've got the money, and you might start new characters that you'll fund so you don't get your favorite characters killed, right? That's kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, I think.
Odysseus is my
Sorry,
favorite, but
company.
he's sick.
What's he sick with?
The pest.
Am I able to cure him anyway?
No, but I have put
If
medicine
you're
on
a
him,
cleric,
so
maybe.
it's halved.
Right. Is there any other way to make it quicker? An antidote,
You can
something?
purchase a
I'll just
scroll
keep
of
playing
cure
with games.
disease, or you can hide the services of a cleric. But he didn't want to do that. He wanted to just buy medicine.
Let me fix him up.
A cure disease
Another time.
scroll.
Let's
yeah.
just continue on.
Let's wrap this
Alright,
one up, though.
alright.
We do have to wrap this one up. It's very late for me. I have to wake
Yeah.
up early so
Yeah.
for work. Alright, to wrap it up, though, we're gonna go over the loot real quick. Just give you an idea of how you can split this. Each orc here was worth 1 XP, so we'll just annotate this. Let's get a notebook here. So we definitely are getting 8 XP for sure to the party. The giant centipedes, you'll get the XP for their deaths as well. Actually, no, you get the deaths or the XP for the ones you killed. Half of these were already killed. This guy was killed. All right, so you get XP for these two.
No,
That's
he
for this
wasn't
guy.
killed. He was paralyzed.
Oh, paralyzed, right?
Yeah, he was
You killed him
paralyzed. He
after.
wasn't dead.
Good call. These are worth about 1 XP each. These are worth about half an XP. They're technically worth 1.3 XP, I think. Yeah, so we'll round up. So this is 2.6 plus, or roughly 2.5 plus 1.5 here. So that's 4 XP. So 4 XP for the orcs and centipedes that you killed. Alright, and treasure that you hold out. Sadly, we did not haul any treasure out, but we did discover some. So next time we'll be able to haul it out, right, and obtain that
Right.
juicy 40 XP, right? But we got 12 from this one for sure. Money-wise, each orc was valued at 10 coppers per head. So, we got 10 coppers per their head. Yeah. The centipedes that you were able to sell were none, actually, because they all melted and burnt in the oil fires. So crispy,
Mm-hmm.
unrecognizable. Alright, so you got no money. You got no money for these, but you got XP. So in the end, profits came to be a measly 80 coppers to your crew. I mean, that's a lot to some groups, right? They never see 80 coppers, right? Your crew's actually being pretty
It's
successful.
not ready for last time. We got 260 last time, but you know what? It's fair. We got that coming.
Well, we got this.
Got the
If
gems.
you're the next crew to
Yeah.
go. But by the way, if you're not the next group to play, there's going to be rumors of a gem vein discovered, and whoever goes in, you know, gets to take it.
I'm gonna ping both of you, and if you don't
Yeah.
get up, I'm going to find where you live and strangle you guys.
Alright,
Okay.
so
Sounds great.
to divide
Keep
it,
it easy for you, E.
we'll
Just give
say,
her all the XP.
no, there's
Me?
I can't,
Yeah.
especially she's
Damn.
brand new, right? She's a brand new character right here. So, how it would go is
So I get all of it.
it's half, it's split, right? Typically it
Yeah.
has to be split. So 6 and 6. Now when it comes to the copper pieces, I know you guys might want to send some home to the house of Shade. So if you want, you can do like 30, 30, and then 20 for him, right? To his
Yeah.
next character.
Yeah, that's fine.
So 30 for Achilles. And
The doorbell just went. I do have to go, guys. Is it
Alright.
okay that I
Yep,
leave?
all
or
good.
do we
I'm
need
just
to
Yeah,
taking
that's fine.
questions.
Yeah.
We'll
Alright.
see you around.
Thank you all for
We'll see
playing.
Alright.
Have
I
a good
enjoyed
night.
it so
Hope you
much.
had fun.
Bye, guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
take care.
Bye.
All right, I'll end it here. I'll do the math later, but yeah, appreciate you all showing up. Thanks
All
for
right.
playing. Have a good
Of course,
rest
it was
of the
fun.
night. Appreciate it.